Welcome back, True Seeker. Mic check 1, 2. Am I coming through clearly? Let me know in the chat, and then we'll jump into this. And if you can name that guy right there wearing that sweet t-shirt, bonus points. That was en route to New Orleans to educate about LSU's rigged championship over Clemson and the Billy Cannon sacrifice on Cannonball Day. Of course, we were down there at Peyton Manning's Bar and Grill in New Orleans for Super Bowl 54s. We cashed another one. That was the Joe Montana Bowl. Again, Joe Montana equals 54 in Gematria. He wore 19 for the Chiefs. They won the 2019 season in the Battle of the Niners and Chiefs. And then, of course, that was the same matchup the year of Super Bowl 58, the 54th Super Bowl of the modern era, where the Chiefs became the first team to go back-to-back in 19 years. Let me know. All right, you can hear me? You guys know who that guy is right there wearing that t-shirt? Russell Wilson's 21st pass was intercepted by number 21 with 21 seconds left on the down 2nd and 1 on the date February 1st to conclude Super Bowl 49. And then in Gematria, pick equals 21. They call it an interception a pick. Learn Gematria. Who wore that t-shirt there? Who wore that t-shirt? Anyway, let's talk about it because now we're getting the same Super Bowl matchup. Everybody knows, the Seahawks have now gone to the last 3 Super Bowls in the year that we got a new pope. I told you guys at the start of the playoffs, if the Seahawks go to the Super Bowl, they're going to become 19-19 in the playoffs all time. Of course, Seattle equals 19, only major city in the U.S. that does. Pretty rare number. But I told you at the start of the playoffs for free, it was in the free stream before they played a playoff game, that they'd be 19-19 exactly 19 weeks after the Pope's birthday. Of course, that's what they did. Not to mention LA Rams also equals 19. Did it versus the Rams. But the Super Bowl is obviously 2 weeks after that game. So here we are 21 weeks after the Pope's birthday, the Chicago Pope, like the NFL founded in Chicago. Don't forget that Bears equals 18, and a week after their 18-point comeback with number 18, Caleb Williams, they lost in a heartbreaker, staying on 18 postseason wins. Yeah, that means when the Bears didn't have that 18-point comeback, which our community cashed on big time, that was their 18th postseason win. And for all you Bears fans, I think next year's your year. Again, pay attention. The Rams host the Super Bowl 61. Caleb Williams' season ended 61 days after his birthday to the Rams, when 61's the 18th prime number as well. I always give you guys these free gems if you pay attention to my public streams, and they usually cash. But that's next year, something to look forward to. But yeah, educating about this 21. I remember wearing that shirt all through the airports, man. A lot of people wanted to stop and take a photo of that shirt, and I hope they remembered the lesson, because here we are, Super Bowl 60. Exactly 49 weeks after Malcolm Butler's birthday. That was number 21, the hero who made the interception in the scripted play for Brady's 20. That should have been up there, that Brady got his 21st postseason win in the game. That was an omission. But yeah, Malcolm Butler, the hero of Super Bowl 49. This Super Bowl coming up this Sunday is exactly 49 weeks after his birthday, hosted by the 49ers plus more. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Let's go through it. Let's go. And you know what? I did forget to put a damn screenshot in here, so we'll just get it right here. Here, Tom Brady's postseason record through, we'll just put the end of February, because there's no more games after Super Bowl, because I can't remember exactly what day. We'll just say, I know it was way before February 15th. February 15th. Oh, what the hell's wrong with me? It was obviously February 1st. It was 2-1. I don't know. Sorry, it's a lack of sleep thing, you guys. The little one, man, she still hasn't learned to sleep. So get like 3 hours of sleep over. If you get 3 hours of sleep on average for going on 15 months, man, I'm telling you, it takes a toll. February 1st, 11 years ago, must have been 2015. There we go. Brady became 21-8. Beating the Seahawks in that superscript with all the 21s. So here we are all these years later. It's going to be the 21st meeting, you guys. By the way, how many times have I taught you about 9/11 in New York and Seattle and the Patriots and the Patriot Act? I mean, seriously, how many books have I written about it? Videos have I done on it? Remember, Drake May, the starting quarterback for the Patriots, he became 9-11 this year as a starter on the anniversary of the Patriot Act. That's how big of a joke the NFL is. But anyway, you can see the Patriots are 9-11 versus the Seahawks. So we're going to play the 21st game between these teams this time in the Super Bowl. And a rematch of Super Bowl 49 11 years later. Again, football's a game of 11 on 11. But yeah, the 21st meeting, it's going to be 21 weeks after the Pope's birthday. You know, it's February 8th, right? The date can be written 2-8. Patriots won the last one with 28. The date can also be written 8-2, and Seattle equals 82, as does New England Patriots. Again, R.I.P. Kevin Johnson, the Patriots draft pick who was recently murdered 82 days after his birthday. Seahawks equals 24. You see they lost with 24 in that game. 52 points. Again, this year's rematch is 52 days after Trump declared the Patriot games, which was the same day the Seahawks had the 16-point comeback in the fourth quarter, their first in franchise history to start Week 16. Again, on the same day that Greg Biffle died, a Washingtonian. That game was in Seattle, Washington. Remember the primetime game to start Week 16? They had to put it up at the end of the game for Seahawks' first ever 16-point comeback in the fourth quarter to start Week 16 on the day that number 16, Greg Biffle, dies. In a plane crash in the Carolinas where Drake May came from. By the way, Drake May in his second year went to college in the Carolinas, just like Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson went to North Carolina State. Drake May went to UNC. Russell Wilson won the Super Bowl in his second season. Sure, it's just a coincidence. But yeah, 52 days after Trump declared the Patriot games on the same day. It's also 239 days after Trump's birthday, the 52nd prime. Patriots did lose in Super Bowl 52 for all you Seahawks fans. But yeah, check this out. Isn't it amazing that play, the interception, again, you can see Russell Wilson's box score right here. He had 12 completions on 21 attempts. Number 21 got picked by number 21. His number 12, Tom Brady, walked off into the sunset as another champion with another perfect script. Not to mention the 2 touchdowns and 1 interception for Russell Wilson. It's kind of like 21. Brady became 4-2 in Super Bowls versus the 42nd state, Washington, in Arizona, which equals 42. But okay. Look, can you guys, is it big enough? Can you guys make it out that play started with 26 seconds on the clock and now we're rematching in 2026? Huh. This time the Patriots are the 2 seed and the Seahawks are the 1 seed for another 21. Again, here we are from the Pope's birthday to the Super Bowl, 21 weeks. And if you can do math, 21 weeks times 7 is 147 days. Malcolm Butler equals 147 in Gematria. So do some other things that are crucial here. Just I'll remind you real quick. Malcolm Butler, most simple cipher, 147. Interesting. Malcolm Butler also 78, which is the 12th triangular number. Seahawks are trying to win their 12th game versus the Patriots. Drake May trying to stay on 12 losses as a starter. The Seahawks are in their 12th Super Bowl appearance. Again, those guys in Seattle, it's everywhere in Seattle, you guys. They all got their T-shirts on that say fan with a 12 on the back. Fan's also 21. It's also 60. Like here we are in Super Bowl 60. Again, this is Gematria. It's very simple. It's based on the alphabetic order with numerology, the reverse alphabetic order with numerology. Notice how Washington's 49 and Washington State's 60. Seattle, WA, like you'd write it on envelopes, 106 for the 106th season, where they've killed everybody and their mom connected to 106. Who's next? Can it be Bill? I would love for it to be Bill. He deserves it. Anyway, don't count on it, you guys. He'll probably live to be 500. Those Seattle musicians better look out, man. That's who they like to pick on. Don't forget when Kurt Cobain died 206 days before Bill Gates' birthday. Seattle's the 206 area code. It's like Russell Wilson in the only Super Bowl the Seahawks ever won. He had 206 passing yards. That was Super Bowl 48, like Seahawks equals 48. But by the way, just some other 147s. Again, all the American sports are credited to Freemasonry. Freemasonry, which etches all his number. The old NFL schedule, before they added all this extra crap, it used to be 147 days from the start of the season to the Super Bowl. But Freemason 147, Conspiracy 147, and it is. Again, the Masons etch on the temple, all his number. So you got to love how Google says it's just a theory about the Pope and the Seahawks. It's just a theory. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a fact. All roads lead to Rome. The Jesuits serve the Pope. They're playing for that Jesuit Lombardi trophy. And don't forget what they did to poor Vince. Killed him one day before the 1970 season began at Jesuit Georgetown. And why the 70 season? Because it's all for the Vatican. It's all for the Vatican. And that Vatican's also 47. Hey, do you guys remember the first ever Super Bowl on the Vatican's birthday the other year? The score was 25-22. 47 points on the Vatican's birthday. Seattle up on the 47th parallel. You guys remember me out in front of the All-Star game in Seattle the other year? They had it up on the banner for the All-Star game at the banner. They had to tell you you're on the 47th parallel. The AL stayed on 47 wins that year. The NL ended the 11-year drought on the 11th of July. But yeah, here's Drake May's record as a starter in the NFL. Isn't that a miraculous record? 20-12. It's amazing. This is going to be his 33rd start, which is the 21st composite number. 20-12. There's something that could happen there that would look a lot like Russell Wilson's box score from Super Bowl 49, where he had 21 passes and completed 12. Weird. I mean, must all just be a coincidence. It's funny how all the dummies, they think it's like it's some smart move to just like be like, oh, this has to be a coincidence. They'd tell us if it was scripted. They tell you every game, moron, that it's scripted. What's wrong with you, moron? Do you ever actually listen to the game? Are you too drunk? What's going on there? Every fucking game, they're talking about the script. Man, I really like the script for that opening drive. You know, Bill Walsh, he set the tone. He'd script out the whole first quarter. Man, they just couldn't have scripted it any better. Did they flip the script? I think they flipped the script. I mean, wake up, morons. It's this way every fucking season. Anyway. 33rd game, 21st composite, 21 weeks after the Pope's birthday. Again, Seattle just did become 19-19 in the postseason, like I told you for free. And don't forget the game before Seattle won it. You know, the Patriots became 10-7, or they won 10-7. Like Brady went to 10 Super Bowls and won 7. And again, they were facing Stidham, who was drafted by the Patriots, who hadn't started in 107 weeks, hadn't thrown a touchdown since 10-7, which is Dick Geron's birthday, who died a year to the day of the Super Bowl in Massachusetts. We like Cortland Sutton to catch a touchdown in that game because it was 107 days after his birthday. But that was a clue, 10-7 before Seattle played. And then they blurted out at the end of the game. They said, man, only 206 yards of offense today for the Patriots in the win. Oh, weird. Seattle area code. Well, pound. We know who's winning next. Pound. We were already leaning that way anyway, but then we really knew. Don't forget, I gave it to you guys for free on the sports channel. The halftime show of Brady calling the Niners-Seahawks game. Where again, Niners-Seahawks. And he was just all grinning at halftime while the score was 24-6. Again, go back to the halftime game. Brady, I showed it to you guys. Brady at halftime of the Seahawks blowing out the 49ers. Remember, they blew them out 6-41. And then in the next game, the Rams got their 641st franchise loss versus the Seahawks. That's how scripted it is. But again, Brady was all grinning and talking about Super Bowl 49 while the score was 24-6, 24 weeks after his birthday when Brady got his record to 4-2, his 6th Super Bowl appearance, where the Seahawks, which equals 24, went down with 24. I did pick the winning score of that game to be 24, which wasn't quite correct, but I've done great with exact scores with games Brady called, and instead it was 24-6 at the half. Anyway, Brady was just grinning ear to ear talking about it, and again, you know, if you're following me on the Patreon in the wild card round, I was kind of telling people, I was like, man, I'm really feeling this Super Bowl 49 rematch, the Pete Carroll Bowl. Remember, Pete Carroll coached the Jets where Darnold started, the Patriots, the Seahawks. He coached the Raiders this past year, hired 131 days after his birthday, the Super Bowl number. So here we are. Now, Vrabel, the coach of the Patriots. 68 wins in the regular season as a coach, 5 in the postseason. So put it together, right? 68 plus 5, he's got 73 total wins. Now, Dick Geron died a year to the day of the game at age 74, and he joined the NFL in 73. Interesting. So where's 73 fit in? Well, it's the 21st prime number. It's also the 4th star number, and Vrabel's going for his 4th Super Bowl win, 3 as a player, potentially 1 as a coach. When you spell out 4 as a word, it equals 60. I've taught these lessons times, how connected these numbers are over and over as they set the spread at point stats. Like, that's kind of weird. You would think that teams that are in the top of the league at offense and defense would probably meet in the Super Bowl a lot, but maybe it's just that it's rare for teams to be that good in both categories because they're saying it's the first time ever. Both teams ranked in the top 4. And for all you Seahawks fans, number 14, Darnold, is just trying to become 1-4 versus the Patriots' first career. So there's some hope here. But anyway, 73, 21st prime. Interesting. And you know whose birthday it is? It's the governor of Massachusetts' birthday the day of the Super Bowl. How strange. How strange. The 73rd governor of Massachusetts. How strange. How strange. Every single year, do we show you how the Super Bowl synced up with the politicians? And this was another threat last year for the Chiefs. Last year, the Super Bowl was 131 days from Shapiro's birthday, the governor of Pennsylvania, who won the Super Bowl 131 days from Shapiro's birthday. They did. They did. And, poor Dick Jerome. Oh, by the way, her surname, pretty interesting here. This was an oversight. You guys. Hilly, 106. Interesting. 106th NFL season. Dick Geron dead a year to the day of the Super Bowl in Massachusetts. Dick Geron, 106. Unbelievable. But yeah, Dick Geron died in Massachusetts. For the average American, that's a state. That's where Boston is, which is where the Patriots play next to. I know a lot of you guys say my work's too complicated. I'm sorry. I know you guys need your shoelaces tied. This is the United States of America, in case you didn't know what country you live in. Football's a big deal here. All the morons, they can't see that it's rigged. They couldn't tell you probably 5 of the 50 states if you gave a pop quiz to them. Massachusetts is one of them, just so you know, and it's where Boston is. He just happened to be 6 feet tall. They got to list him at 6'0", like Super Bowl 60. Poor guy, born on 10-7, ended up being a crucial number here in the conference championships. You got to love it. Again, I just can't get over Stidham last week. 133 passing yards, 133rd pick of the draft by the Patriots. Colorado 133, like football. I just can't get enough. Yeah, he went to Yale, just like Walter Camp, who American football is credited to. Drafted in 73 in the 4th round. And yeah, just about all this 21 business. 21, 8th Fibonacci number. Games on the 8th, 6th triangular number. And in that 6, there's some hope for you Seahawks fans, because if the Patriots lose, they're going to be 6-6 in Super Bowls. First Super Bowl season in 66. I got to send a shout out to my man, Jeremy White, for capturing this on his YouTube. If you guys don't know, this was done by the NFL the Sunday after I called the league office to call out the Aaron Rodgers ritual, which we cashed big time on that night. We had the exact score. A thing of beauty. MNF 33. Aaron Rodgers 63rd. I believe it was home win, I think. He beat his favorite 49ers. You guys, it was just a thing of beauty. Aaron Rodgers' 63rd home win over his favorite team, the 49ers, with a score of 33-30 on MNF. It was just a thing of beauty. I was a lot younger back then. Remember I think my wife was in her first year of med school that year. But yeah, right after that, the NFL decided to hit us with a SNF number 12 numerology lesson. Remember, 21's the 12th composite number with this 12th Super Bowl appearance. Again, May on 12 losses. Russell Wilson only 12 completions last time versus number 12 Brady. Of course, when they did this thing, it was the battle of Tom versus Aaron while they were both wearing 12. We always call SNF a major 12 event. Oh, man, that number hits hard. Woo, it hits hard in the player props on Sunday Night Football so often. I gotta switch the audio settings because we got to go back and just witness it. This is the power we have, you guys. I call the NFL league office, and next thing you know, they're giving the whole world a numerology lesson, almost like 2 middle fingers up to yours truly. And again, you guys, I might be super shadow banned and look irrelevant, but trust me, we're definitely not. We've changed the game. Like I said, do you guys have any Hollywood movies that came out in tribute to you? Because I did. I mean, go watch Eddington. They literally used my quote for the trailer for the movie right at the opening of the movie. If you read the script for the movie. They took out a lot of things. There's about 10 more things that were in there that are straight from my book, Number Games, and my endless presentations of the same shit over and over. Again, it's just, you know, we sit here and we say, it's a damn shame all that we've proven and accomplished. And because people are so stupid, so few, and I mean, there's a lot of people that really have benefited from this over the last 13 years. But I mean, in terms of the people that should have benefited, I mean, everybody should have bought themselves a couple houses by right now. Anyway, let's change the audio over here. Let's go back in. I see what was going on. I hate when it does that. Sometimes it toggles the mute. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? You still can't hear me? Okay, you can hear me. All right, now let me know if you can hear this video. This is Sunday Night Football. Again, we call it the 12 event, as they give you the numerology lesson on 12. Here we go. Gillette Stadium, so much on the plate tonight for an appetizer. And actually, while I wait to see if you guys can hear that, just about Gillette Stadium, you guys, 60, like the Euro Super Bowl 60, just for the record. You can hear the video. Beautiful. Thank you. Open up. Always on it. All right, here we go. Thing of beauty right here.
For centuries, the number 12 has been used as a measuring stick. 12 months in a year, 12 eggs in a dozen. In the case of tonight's 12s, you could say we're measuring greatness. In numerology, the number is quite special. The number 1 is a prime number and signifies the beginning and the singular nature of the universe. 2 is about seeing two sides of any situation, diplomacy, partnership, and the mutable nature of life. And if you're a 12 person, you're known as dynamic and energetic, unafraid of pushing boundaries. You're often at the center of the action, preferring to be around people, as well as assuming a leadership position. Ring a bell? And then there's this Now, 12 is the most worn number by quarterbacks already in the Hall of Fame. Pro football's ultimate measuring stick. And eventually, Canton is going to have to make room for 2 more.
You bet, Michelle. Meanwhile, good news for Rodgers, who told us last night in our meeting he was going to try to play if the doctor said it was okay.
Yeah, you know, just total mockery there, you guys. And keep in mind, the NFL field's 120 yards long, counting the end zones 1, 2, 0. Not to mention Illuminati equals 120. And they definitely do run it. Again, the Illuminati was founded by a Jesuit. But yeah, again, I'm going to offer the same thing as yesterday. I'm going to drop the link if you want to participate. I said if you can give me a proof that the NFL isn't rigged and fixed, it's $60 per proof. Somebody left a comment arguing that the NFL is rigged through refs and then asked for a payout. I was like, this is what I start to worry about with how dumb people are. How do you leave a comment about the NFL being rigged because of the refs and then think I should pay you? The payout is if you can prove that the game isn't rigged. And it just, this is what we're dealing with in America, you guys. Just a society. Have you guys heard of the book A Confederacy of Dunces? I actually don't like that book that much, but I like the title. I like the title because this is a confederacy of dunces. Almost everybody that lives in this nation is a dunce by definition. It's why these people get away with what they do every day with their bullshit, so obviously rigged sports games, their contrived stars, their fake, phony bullshit elections where people get involved so emotionally in these dog shit candidates for these dog shit parties, how they can still possibly be watching the news as a source of information for their life, how they can be enthralled with a story of Savannah Guthrie's mother being kidnapped because TMZ got a ransom. I mean, give me a fucking break. How many years do I got to show you at this time of the years when they put out their big March Madness script like they did with Savannah Guthrie? And if you missed that stream, you better go back and watch because I think I gave you more free winners. Anyway, where's the argument? Where's the argument? And please don't call in without the NFL scripted asking for money. However, I might have to, if we can't get anybody to contribute, I might have to start giving out some cash prizes for just people who make awesome contributions to the work. Let me drop the link here. We're going to drop the link. David Ortiz, you struck out and were demoted to the minors, okay, fat boy? You're not welcome back today. Don't even think about it. Somebody from the troll pack that can at least make it up to AA, you know, at least bring a AA caliber player today. Not that sloppy David guy. He was just too pathetic. I mean, did you hear that, moron? Your pick percentage is below 50. By the way, 9-1 in hockey yesterday, right where I recommended people to play another exact score hit. Cash. Loved Georgetown last night with the value. Cash. Anyway, but did you hear how dumb he was? And then we started going, he's like, I don't know your picks. So you're going to call in and tell me I'm below 50, but you don't know my picks. This is just such a bad form of trolling. Can we get some real contestants? You know, I guarantee you the guy Jake the Fake's watching right now. Jake the Fake, you like to make a lot of videos about me talking shit, even though your work is absolute dog shit to mine and you're promoted by the algorithm because your work is no threat to the system. Why don't you call in today and bring it, huh? Why don't you bring it, flat earth asshole? There's a guy who made his name on YouTube as a flat earther. Hey, come on here and show us all what a big moron you are. We got GAD in the back. I like to call this man my bodyguard who pounds payment with me on the mean streets of Seattle where I'm overdue to show up again. Well, what's up, GAD?
What's good? How you doing? How you doing?
Doing well. How are you, man? Oh, hold on. Hold on, you guys. I probably got echo. Let me fix this. All right, go ahead, GAD. We should be good.
So that's the echo cancellation on the StreamYard, right?
Yeah, I had to click that box.
Yeah, I hate doing that whenever I go live, doing what I do. And I was going to sit up here and say, because just to answer, because I've seen some of the degenerate clowns that came on your platform the last 2 days, right? I'm going to tell you something. I just won $1,100 this past Monday. And most of the picks I use your picks on with a couple college basketball games. So if you're saying that this knowledge, if you're telling me the games are not scripted, right, and they're not scripting damn near they're scripting every single game because this is entertainment, then you're a damn fool, man. And there have been multiple people from the NBA and the NFL And of all these sports that have came out and said all their stuff is scripted, right? So, and the fact to sit up here and say, because the individual that I was hearing yesterday, because I was walking to the boxing gym, ironically enough, listening to it, right? To sit up here and listen to somebody sit up here and say that your picks are off, yeah, you might not get every single pick right? But majority of the stuff is on point, and it's because obviously they have different. It's like this. You remember when Dave Chappelle said that they were giving him multiple scripts because he didn't want to do a certain act in the film, right? Well, that's how it is in this, especially dealing with the gematria aspect, dealing with numerology, astrology, and the occult. They have different plans. They have like three or four different backup plans if something does, if they want to go a different direction. They do this in WWE all the time. We make the analogy of the heel versus faces scripted things in WWE. They call audibles all the time in pro wrestling, which is scripted entertainment. So how are you going to sit up here and say that they don't do this in the NFL and the NBA when there's millions of dollars involved, especially with this elite, especially with gambling? So I'm just sitting up here saying all this stuff contributes to the fact that with your work, this is all very real. And I think anybody that understands anything on that level of any sort understands that this is true. This is something that is a part of their rituals. All right. And to me, I find it funny that there's people in the truth that's part of this true community that does sit up here and try to stifle your work, which I don't understand. If this is part of what they do, then it would be more pertinent to utilize the information that you have.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree.
And I'm gonna say this too, because it is very apparent that like if you do put out like certain information, they do make mockery with their films because like how like you said that you had a film done on you, right? Or they use certain things within your book, right? I have all three of your books. As some of your work, and they put it in their films. They've done that with me in a particular sense when I put out a certain information about the scriptures about a particular character, and they had somebody playing that look exactly like me, my exact likeness, and my last name too in the film. So I'm just saying that there's like this thing goes deep, especially when you're somebody that puts out information from a biblical perspective, from a numerological perspective that hurts their work, that goes against their agenda. They understand, they know these, they understand this, and they sometimes try to make mockery of it, but at the same time tell the truth in the same sentence. So to me, I just look at some of these people that have came on from my perspective, because even when I first met you, I saw that there's agents around the area, trying to succumb what you're bringing out. So I think anybody that has seen this or seen you in person deal with this type of thing, or has gone through certain things yourself, dealing with certain people like this, people wouldn't be saying this shit. But I think a lot of these people are paid trolls, and I do think some of these people are honestly agents, to be honest with you.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah, it's a shame. It's just the thing that's frustrating, though, is we're talking about a sport event that millions of people will be watching this weekend and have no clue about any of this. And you just wonder where they're all at. I mean, where are these people at? They should be calling in, having the conversation. There's millions of people that don't think the NFL's rigged. Why aren't they calling in and trying to defend their sport? That's my real frustration. Where is the real conversation and debate?
Well, it's like this, right? Like, how like they always talk about if they couldn't have scripted any better. There was a game, I think it had been on Christmas, or might have been on Thanksgiving, where they had the running back. Remember the former running back Clinton Portis, right? They were interviewing him. Oh, thank you. And then somehow, some way, right? Thank you. They had the running back from the same team that he played for, the Washington Redskins, which is now the Washington, Commanders, whatever they call them now. While he was running, the dude, or while they were talking to him, they said they needed to get a spark, and this dude just out of nowhere runs 50 yards for a touchdown a running back, and I think the running back had the same number he had. I think 26. I don't know. I have to go back, but I'm just saying there's so many little things that they do within the game to make mockery of the people that's watching the games. You know what I'm saying? So
just like how it was all about 19 last game for the Seahawks. Who makes the big crucial fumble? Number 19.
Yeah, number 19 in Seattle's 19.
Who's catching the touchdown seconds there? Jake Bobo, number 19. And that was, everybody felt it then. That's pretty much the game. It was all about 19 as the Seahawks become 19-19, 19 weeks after the Pope's birthday.
Right, exactly. And then when you look up Seattle and gematria, I believe in reverse order. No, if I'm not mistaken, it's 19. I haven't seen that cipher in a long time, but yeah, 19 is associated, 44 is associated with Seattle, and you start to see certain numerological connections with Seattle and whatnot. I mean, it's pure mockery. Of course, obviously the interception that Russell Wilson did. You know, the 21st was the dude's number was 21 or something like that.
Yeah, they threw the interception at number 21 on his 21st pass for Brady's 21st postseason win all time on the day 2-1 on the down second and 1. And now here we are with a rematch 21 weeks after the Pope's birthday with the number 2 versus the number 1 with Drake May staring at his 21st win. I mean, his record will be Russell Wilson's box score in Super Bowl 49. Russell Wilson had 21 passes and 12 completions. Both Drake May will do what Russell Wilson did. He'll win the Super Bowl in his second season, and they both played college in North Carolina. What are the odds?
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can't make this shit up, man. And obviously they script this shit years in advance. You know,
these guys are born for it. That's the only way for it to be this perfect. These guys are born for it.
Yeah, no, they're born and bred to be. I don't know if it's some of the guys that made in labs. Or, you know, these guys are just bred and they're strategically put in certain schools. You know, they're guided all the way up to now until they hit the big stage, and you know, just like O.J. Simpson. Like, if anything, O.J. Simpson's whole fucking life was scripted, you know? From the day he was born, from the day he died. What, oranges and gematria 33, he's called an orange, and, you know, that scripted, you know, fake scenario of him supposedly killing, what's her name, Stephanie Brown. Like, people go look into this shit. A lot of this shit is just fucking fake, bro.
Here's what you're talking about. Do you know who number 21 is for the Patriots with all these 21s?
Right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who they are now.
Tell me if anything stands out about his last name to you. Hawkins.
Hawkins. Oh, Seahawks.
Yeah.
I was going to say Stephen Hawkins.
Yeah, Jalen Hawkins, number 21 against the Seahawks. Come on, you guys.
Number 21, is 21 Saturn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, the Super Bowl is going to be 167 days after his birthday, the 39th prime number for the Super Bowl on the 39th day of the year, for the record, too. Like, Brady won the Super Bowl at age 27. This Super Bowl, Brady won Super Bowl 39 at age 27. This Super Bowl just happens to be 27 weeks after his birthday. And that was the last Super Bowl he won with Mike Vrabel. Yeah, Jalen Hawkins versus the Seahawks. I wonder how that's going to get dialed up. He's going to be playing his 33rd game. Oh, no. Actually, he's going to play his 36th game with New England. The lesser date numerology for the Super Bowl is 36. Was the Patriots' first Super Bowl in Super Bowl 36? Funny. Jalen Hawkins.
Hey, you know, it would be funny if they did the same exact shit they did the last time that these two teams played. And they had do the same exact shit just for them.
Did you see the Madden simulation for the game?
No, I didn't see it.
You guys should watch that Madden simulation because so many times it's been exactly what the game is. The Madden simulation goes down to the final play at the goal line, and the Seahawks win 23-20, and the Madden simulation as time expires. They don't even need to kick the extra point. It comes down to a play on the 1 yard line again.
Oh, shit.
They got the Seahawks up 14-0 early in the game, like Darnold in 14. I believe the Seahawks were up 14-0 on the Pope's birthday, too. Pope Leo the 14th on September 14th. Seahawks were up 14-0 in that game, if I'm not mistaken. I'm quite sure I remember them going to the camera or the sideline with Darnold with a big shit-eating grin on his face while they're up 14-0. I remember an interception was thrown in the end zone. Just the kind of play where you're like, how are you in the NFL doing that? I mean, seriously, it's like the first and goal, and you just throw one right to the Seahawks player to turn. I mean, it's just such obvious scripts. I think he did it with 14 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter, too, if I'm not mistaken. Just total script.
No, sometimes I'd be wondering how some of these guys have jobs in these fucking leagues, but it's obvious that, you know, they have these fucking characters. Like you have this wide receiver named Tesla.
Yeah, we killed it with Tesla this year. They synced up all that guy's damn touchdowns with the real Nikola Tesla and Elon Musk. We were killing it with Tesla. Again, where's he playing? He's playing in the Motor City. A guy named Tesla. I mean, have you ever heard of any athlete named Tesla in the Motor City? What's that got to do with anything?
Like
that's why people don't resonate with this work. They're just too dumb. What's the Motor City got to do with Tesla playing there? It's like, I can't help you. I can't help retarded.
But no, I get it. I mean, it's like this, right? They have strategic, because of course it's the star players and the coaches and whatnot, and of course refs that are in on it, but they also have strategically placed players who may not be stars. They're there for whatever's, you know, psyop they want to put in the game, just for them to, you know, do something to represent some ritualistic acknowledgement of something that happened in the past. A lot of it being, the reference to the Roman Catholics, Jesuits and shit, you know, or, you know, Masonry, you know, shit, Knights of Malta, Knights of Columbus, whoever the hell you want to, you know, Rosicrucians, so on and so forth. And my thing is, like, the fact, like, in mind you, you know, before I stumbled upon your work, I already was exposed to a lot of stuff as a person who was an Israelite, right? You know, not connected to many of the guys in the street corners, because a lot of them dudes are sold out to the Jesuits and Rosicrucians. And I already knew that I would say that I already knew that they had a hand in all this stuff. But to understand your work and to put all the pieces together, now it's like they have their hands in every fucking thing, everything, all the intelligence agencies, these different nations and whatnot, these sports leagues and these sports players and these athletes. It's like, man, like for me, I'm just saying overall, for me to, like, when you understand it on that level, you have to be fucking retarded, man. You have to be very simple-minded, very uneducated, very simple-minded to not understand what's going on. That's all I got to say.
I agree. And let me just add on to this Jalen Hawkins thing. Do you know where he went to college?
No, Wisconsin?
He went to Cal.
Okay.
In the Bay Area, near where the Super Bowl is. And look at the guy's damn name. Jalen Hawkins, 82. Oh, interesting. New England Patriots, 82. Seattle, 82. The date can be written 82. Again, they just murdered a former Patriot. Kevin Johnson, 82 days after his birthday. And wow. Is that not have you ever met a Jalen spelled Jaylinn? Because I haven't.
No, never.
We see this all the time. And remember, Key and Peele, Key and Peele was like 5 girlfriends ago for me when they put out their skit about funny names in football. And it's funny. I remember the girl I was dating at the time when I saw that. She was a Chicago Bears fan. But anyway, the point is they were talking about how the names were just getting weirder and weirder in football with these crazy spellings. Yeah. But they were alluding to what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have coded out names for their scripted career. Like I've been showing you guys forever. I mean, who the hell's name is Jalen spelled like that? Hawk. I mean, it's you guys. It's just such mockery.
But no, who's it? Marshawn? My bad. I just want to say Marshawn. What was the dude that died last year?
Marshawn. Well, but Marshawn Lynch went to Cal, and yeah, Marshawn Nealon this year scored the touchdown.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
And then he's dead. That was a sign of what was coming.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, you notice a lot of these goofy ass names in all these professional sports. It looks retarded. I mean, or even like the boxer. What's this fool's name? And I'm gonna be honest, man, that dude's not good. He's only there because they have him there. Tyson Fury. Who the fuck's last name is fucking Fury, you know? Well, and you know what's funny?
Remember they
And it was,
the Mike Tyson 42-1 fight when he beat
Wilder.
who did he beat
Deontay
the other
Wilder.
year? Yeah, Deontay Wilder. Yeah, they did the 42 ritual in that, like Tyson equals 42.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. See, and that's the thing too. And mind you, I'm a part of boxing, right? I'm doing my thing. I'm and whatnot. But I'm gonna tell you something. Everybody knows, like people of my retinue, we all know a lot of the rankings are fake. A lot of these fighters that they put on the top, right? Yeah, you can listen if you're good enough. You can maybe win a belt and whatnot. But certain of these guys, they'll try to rig the fight for them. You know what I'm saying? And certain guys be put like we know that Fury's not that good. But see, if they sit up here and say, "Oh, well, he beat this guy who was knocking bums out," right? Like Deontay Wilder, who did not defend his title against no top 10 guy of the WBC title. He beat him. He beat him 3 times, right? Nobody thought of Tyson Fury to be anything before that, but now everybody's talking about, oh, he's one of the great heavyweights of all time. No, he's not. Nobody thought that before he beat Wilder, and Wilder wasn't shit when he had the belt to begin with. So my point is that when they have certain things, sometimes they can't control it, but other times they can with that scenario when they have 2 assets, if you will, and they'll just they'll put the guys up to have like these undefeated records, but we know if they fight somebody for real and there's no rigging involved, they're gonna lose to the right guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, when it comes to, I'm just saying from that perspective, we understand that even that shit is rigged in terms of the ranking system and who they want to have in place. They'll try to get somebody they don't like. They'll try to get out early. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes some people rise to the occasion. But they're strategically placed particular assets or people that they have in control. They'll try to market them as much as they can and get as much as they can out of them by putting them in fights or with guys that they know that they're going to beat, or even script the whole fight in and of itself. So they do the same shit in all these sports. So I'm just saying, I'm just giving a different perspective on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And just about this too, number 21 for the Seahawks, he'll be playing in the Super Bowl 59 days after his birthday, which means he'll be playing in Super Bowl 60 on the 60th day of his age as well. How about them apples? Number 21. This is how scripted the NFL is. Devon Witherspoon's name equals 87 like Seahawks. I mean, come on, man. Can you filibuster for a second? I have to step away for a minute. Can you keep dropping some information?
Yeah. No problem. No problem. I can. But yeah, So there was somebody in the chat that said something. I think somebody made a mention. Christopher Britton. These fighters are chosen. You have no points that you are making, bro. No, I'm making valid points when it comes to that. When it comes to certain fights and certain fighters, certain fighters are, of course, if you do sign to a promotion, it is based off of performance and whatnot. If you're still valuable to market and whatnot, so you can still do your thing and still make your money and still be a champion. But when it comes to certain guys that they have that are their assets, they know how to protect them to a certain degree to keep them away from certain guys, which is the reason why, especially in today's time, you see a lot of guys, it takes like 7 or 8 years to make a mega fight, right? You can still do your thing. It's just that when it comes to certain aspects of certain, you're just not going to reach superstar level like a Floyd Mayweather, or there are some of these guys that they put on the world stage in this time and make that kind of money, that tax bracket. And they will script certain things to where they'll keep a belt away from certain people. So it's a little bit more dynamic, but there are scripted certain things. I'm just saying, when it comes to certain things, and I'll land here, they can't control every little thing when it comes to the fight game. But when it comes to like UFC, and when it comes to the elite level of boxing, with certain promoters and certain fights that are on Netflix and whatnot, then you're on point with that. Now I'm responding to the person in the chat.
Yeah, it's obvious. If you want to be in the main event, you better have been born into the club. So, and then that's the thing about these rigged sports leagues. We're not getting to see the real greatest talents of the world. It's like I say, number 11 for the Seahawks. I mean, he's great. That's what I would expect an NFL caliber to receiver to look like at every single guy in the league, because I know those guys are out there. He's the only guy to me that plays at what I think an NFL receiver should be. I watch these guys just drop balls all day, and they can't be dropping. They can't be that bad. Because, like I said, in middle school, I would never drop these passes. It's just, yeah, it's a shame that people worship these rig leagues with these overpriced tickets and food and overpriced parking and everything. That you're just contributing to something that's so criminal and dishonest and really pathetic at the end of the day. It doesn't even deserve the attention it gets. But yeah, again, we'll just continue to pile on the facts too here for all you guys who don't think it's fixed. We got Hawkins, number 21, whose name equals New England Patriots. We got Witherspoon. I got to look into Clarence Witherspoon. There might be some kind of joke here I'm overlooking. Didn't Clarence Witherspoon used to play for the Washington basketball team?
Yeah, I think I remember him.
Yeah, Clarence Witherspoon. It's just like once upon a time, Seattle and the Wizards had to meet in the finals. The only time the Sonics ever won the championship, Washington versus Washington.
Right, yeah.
So
yeah, and then Dennis Johnson died on some kind of Catholic ritual too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's cool the way they just kill people and get away with it too. I mean, it's just so obvious how they're choosing these people. We're exposing all the way, and nobody's blinking an eye or seems to care, which is also pathetic. It makes me think what I've been saying since I was 18 years old, and I watched 9/11 happen, and everybody fall for the most obvious lies in the history and the most consequential lies of all time. I just said, man, these people that live around me, not only are they dumb, they're evil. They just go along with evil. They don't question evil. And I haven't seen anything to change my opinion in the last 24 years of living. So.
Well, no, I remember a comment that was on your comment board a long time ago, back in I think it was 2022, 2023, where somebody said, "Oh, based on," because you were making a video about somebody dying. I think it was, I don't know if it was the Raiders or it was some team that he was a fan of. He's like, "Oh, this happened. This ritual happened. Also, that means that we're going to make a deep run of the playoffs. That's good." And then you made a comment saying, "So ritualistically sacrificing somebody for a title or for a playoff run is good." And that dude didn't respond. And I'm like, people ain't shit, man.
Yeah, they're insane. People are insane. A good test if you're insane is if you think this is all a coincidence. That's how you know you're insane. So if you think this is all a coincidence, you're insane.
Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, Zach, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my lunch break. But good stuff, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, take it easy.
And by the way, for all the people out there that are in that low IQ room temperature, this information I'm giving you guys is gold. And you don't have to pick the right team to win the game to make a lot of money off this knowledge. Again, I teach you how to turn $1 into $100+. You hit some exact player props. You get some exact scores right. You get some exact margins right. Again, you don't have to wager a lot to have it. If you could wager $10 on this game, 10 separate bets, each for $1 with some hunches about these numbers. You could even cover both sides of who you think might win based on the fact that the Seahawks do have the 12 narrative and the Patriots got the 21 narrative. Again, there's a reason that they line these games up this way. Again, I think it has to do with how much money there is out there. And you see what the media is doing. It's a foregone conclusion in the media that the Seahawks are going to win this game. For every 5 guys that say it's Seahawks, you got 1 saying Patriots. It's a landslide. And they love to do that. They just brought that stupid magician on ESPN to tell you the conference championships was going to be won by the Rams and the Broncos. The amazing magician, he did it again to the ESPN audience. He gave him another guaranteed loser. Anyway, we got Eric in the back, and then we got Satori. What's up, Eric? Okay. What's up, Satori? I can't imagine sitting in the back that long and then just dropping out as soon as you get here. Is it stage fright? Satori, what's up?
Hey, Zach, can you hear me?
I hear you. What's up?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. Because I was paying attention to what you said to the other guy last night, or what he said to you about, seeing, your winnings or he would just kind of like judge you. I think you might have to take the approach where you just come out here with a fancy watch, big chain, just the most
I could do that.
extravagant thing.
I could
So
do that.
people
I
will
should
listen
come
to
out
you.
here
It
looking
seems
like one of these
most
rappers. I'll
Americans
start
are
wearing
into
major
where
ice.
it only takes somebody that has some type of status or looks the part for them to
You're right.
actually
I might need to
listen.
start doing that.
So I'm
I hate to
serious.
do that.
I think you should do that type of study or test or where you just go live for the next couple of weeks. You flex a car, you flex a chain, a watch, you flex a bunch of money in your wallet, and you see how people respond and see if they will be willing to listen. And then if they do, it's sad, but it's just like, you never know. But that's all I really had to say.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. And I could do that if I wanted to, but I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I feel like it's a mean thing to do. I've always tried to be humble about my wealth. And again, since I came on the scene, you guys, I was doing quite well. I did have everything stolen from me in November of 2014, but I built it all back and more. What's up, Hot Hand Dave?
Hey, what's up, Zach?
What's up, man?
Real quick, Russell Wilson was in the news this week.
Epstein files, right?
Yeah.
That's how the Epstein files are. They're just making it up as they go. They're just making it up.
I'm just talking about the quotes he talks about. He quoted, "Not today, Satan." Equals 43.
Russell Wilson did?
Yeah.
Again, Seattle Seahawks is 43 like football. Like, oh, look, it's 169 too, like Seattle Seahawks. It's a double. Remember, you just saw Drake May say his favorite Bible verse is Proverbs 16:9. Sam Darnold's got that same thing going on too with the 16:9. And don't forget that is see anything that is 169 in Sumerian gematria is going to be 10:14. Like that's the quarterback matchup, 10 verse 14. And that could tell you something about the score too. Seahawks equals 24. You could see it again. You guys, they got the over-under. Okay, here's another thing that they put some of this stuff, you guys, is just so surface level, right? Sometimes you overthink it. They got the over-under at 45.5, and Seattle is a 4.5 point favorite. This is the first Super Bowl that features two head coaches that are Mikes since Super Bowl 45. That was Mike Tomlin versus Mike McCarthy. And remember, right before the conference championships, they told you that Mike McCarthy is going to be the Steelers' new coach after Mike Tomlin steps down. And again, I mean, if you use your imagination, you might be able to come up with some clever score scenarios here where you can turn a buck into upwards of $100 alone. So, yeah, I mean, not today, Satan. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just news and sports. Last thing before I go, the season started in 2025. That's 45 squared.
Hold up. So Russell Wilson, this headline literally came out on the anniversary of the Seahawks winning Super Bowl 48 with 43 points. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the same day. Madden simulation was done on the same day, you guys, and the score was 23-20. 43 points in the Madden simulation on the anniversary of the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl, 43 points. And then you got the Russell Wilson headline on the same day, coding 40. I mean, how many times can I teach you guys the same thing? I mean, I wrote a book about this a decade ago about, decode those headlines and they put the parentheses around words. So for all you Seahawks fans, this is your prayer right here. 43 is the 14th prime. You got number 14 who's trying to become 1-4 versus the Patriots. I mean, it's a scenario.
Well, Brady went down to Tampa at 43 as well.
He did.
Last thing, 2025, the season started, that's 45 squared. New England's got the double 45. So does Hoosiers.
Oh, yeah, 2025 has a square root of 45. Correct. Yeah. 2025 season. Yeah, good point.
Hoosiers got that double 45 as well. Just like New England. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to tell. I didn't know if you knew about the Russell Wilson thing. I like I said, I look at the news every day. Oh, today was the 74th breakfast prayer.
I see.
Trump attended. Yeah.
Did you see how many receptions Jackson Smith and Jiba had on the season?
No.
119. Like the Seahawks beat the Patriots 11-9. Good God, man.
Well, 119 is the 88th composite, and Pope Francis on 421 at 88.
Well, the Super Bowl is also 88 days after the Superior General's birthday. So.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah, I won't give the
age, the 24th prime.
Yeah, there's more about that 421, but the free people don't get it.
I mean, can you imagine being the guy in the chat going, how can I use this information for betting purposes? Can you imagine how little imagination you have to have? It's just embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing.
It,
You guys need
it
to eat better. You need to stop drinking alcohol. You're smoking too much, you're eating dog shit. You're not getting enough sleep. I mean, if you can't think of a way to use what I'm telling you is such a central number to the game, if you can't think about how it could factor into all kinds of things here, I'm sorry, man. Again, this isn't a place to make you feel good about yourself. It's a place to make you pull your head out of your ass. You're retarded, okay? You're retarded.
But yeah, that's all I got, Zach. Maybe my outside the box thinking. I do microdose mushrooms every day.
You do it every day.
Brain food.
You do it every day.
Yeah, but it's only at 1%.
Okay, yeah.
I only. And the strain I'm taking is called Golden Teachers.
You should look at it out of cyanescence. If you can find it made out of cyanescence, those are the ones you really want. They call those the genius mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know a lot about that stuff. So yeah, that's probably why I think outside the box a lot.
Yeah, some people just can't think at all. How can I use any of this to make a bet? I was like, God, I just can't even comprehend how few IQ points are up there. I just can't even comprehend it. Must be around 21.
21. Yeah, that's it for me, Zach.
Yeah. Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Have a good day. Bye, Zach.
Yeah. It's like I'm telling you guys, Seahawks equals 24. It was in the score last time. 21's all over this game. Big number. Over-unders at 45.5. How can I use this to make a bet? I'm retarded. God, you guys, it just gets embarrassing. It gets embarrassing out here. Let me drop the link. Where are the trolls? Where are the fans, the fanboys? Where are the supporters? Where's all the people that cashed big last night? There was a gentleman in my community who I wish would have called in. He ended up sending me a decent tip today. He said, I did cash last night on Portland beating Gonzaga. You guys, I put out the advice to look for 143 in college basketball yesterday because we've hit some really nice upsets this year on Wednesdays with 143. It's been a trend this year. Did you see the record upset by the Catholic school yesterday, the Portland Pilots over the Jesuit school Gonzaga? If you missed it, again, you guys, it's all sync with the Superior General, the leader of the Jesuits. It was 84 days after his birthday. Gonzaga fell to 22-2. Portland won with 87 points. But by the way, Pilots equals 35, like Catholic equals 35. It was the 35th day of the year, like Gonzaga's 35. But yesterday, and let me show you how cold this stuff is. Yesterday, the Pilots coach, here, college basketball reference. Let me just pull this up for you here. Or did I already put it? Did I already put this in a post? I can't remember. And I got to talk about Mickey Lolick's death from Portland, too, on the day of former baseball World Series champ. You guys, you see how basketball is 85 and 68? A sports legend in Portland died yesterday at 85, who won the World Series in 68. The Portland coach got his 143rd win with all the teams he's coached with, but his 68th win with Portland, and kept Gonzaga on 22 wins. But look at this. Mickey Lolich dead at 85, the 68 World Series champ, who, again, is from Portland. It was the 84 days after the Superior General's birthday, or the 85th day of his age, however you want to write it. But yeah, Portland native, dead yesterday before Portland's historic win. And here, let me see. Mark Few, coaches Jesuit Gonzaga, came in with 153 losses, picked up his 154th. Yeah, here, the coach yesterday, getting to 11-14, 68th win with Portland, 143rd through the year. So I told people, and again, I give you knowledge, but I also encourage my community to use the research. For the gentleman who won on that yesterday, how dare you not call into the live stream and give us the tip? I know a lot of people don't want to call in because then they feel like Vegas is going to flip the script. But I am glad to know at least one person did find it yesterday. The Portland coach is 44 on a Wednesday. We had a nice ritual with Portland last week on a Wednesday, and a 37 ritual a Wednesday earlier. Portland fell to 3-7 in the conference a week earlier. That again, you guys, you just learn these numbers. You look for the recurring patterns, small bills into big bills. You can do it in a major way with a 22.5 point underdog like Portland last night. And I'm thinking about not doing any more public streams. Just the gold that I've given you guys in this stream, the few likes on the video, the few tips in the super chats. I just think, like, why am I even helping out the world? I always feel like I should have just kept this knowledge for myself. I'd still be cashing the way I did when I first started. Again, it's a lot harder because I've shared this knowledge with an undeserving world overwhelmingly. For every 100 of you that have been touched by this knowledge, one of you probably deserved it, to be perfectly honest. Probably 1 out of 100. So we have no more debates, huh? We have no more debates. Is there just no debate? Are we just the undisputed champ over here? I mean, I know we are. It might sound arrogant. So I know we are. Nobody ever did this. Nobody ever nailed all these futures and proved how rigged the game is. Nobody ever did it. You should be more humble, Zach. Why? I'm walking around in retardville. I can't stand it. I can't stand having to walk around in retardville. You know how lonely it is living in retardville? I bet I got old friends out there that have been hating for 13 straight years watching right now that won't call in. Again, talk to me, guys. How are all these 21s a coincidence? When I was the guy walking around with this T-shirt for Super Bowl 54 down in New Orleans. You know, a lot of people are very interested in this T-shirt. You guys, you should make T-shirts like this. You see how at the bottom it says National Fix League? That's what it is. I had so many people that want. This was such a great conversation starter, this T-shirt, and sadly I don't have it anymore. Sweet lady, when we moved, she just threw out a whole bunch of my stuff. I said, man, you threw out all those T-shirts I made? I made so many great T-shirts like that. She just tossed them all to the Goodwill. So somebody in the world's got that T-shirt. Probably wearing it for game day this Sunday. It's somewhere out there in Washington State. You know, I want to make a point. I noticed something when I was looking at that 12 numerology thing that they did the week after I called the NFL headquarters about the scripts. Something's standing out here to me about this. Do you see how they got a pentagram around that 12? Is there some mathematical connection to 12 and 5? I don't know, because, again, this is going to be the 5th time that Darnold is facing the Patriots. You know, you tilt that the other way around, it becomes a pentagram. Anton LaVey made the pentagram the satanic symbol in 1968, and he founded the Church of Satan in San Francisco. Don't forget, John Elway's agent died on the Church of Satan's birthday and the weird golf cart thing earlier last year, April 30th. But, you know, San Francisco equals 50, just like Vrabel's 50 right now as he goes to the Super Bowl. And there's an argument there for the Patriots to become 5-0 versus Darnold, or Darnold to make the Patriots 4-1 versus him, the reflection of 14. This is the Seahawks' 4th Super Bowl. They've won 1 so far. Do they even it up at 2-2? Boston 22 after winning their only other Super Bowl on 2-2, and the Madden simulation says they win. It's interesting. It's interesting. What's up, Simple Truth TV?
What's going on? You did a really good job with this presentation. I like all the 21 stuff.
Can you imagine being the guy in the audience watching this and then going, how can I use this to make a bet? I mean, this is why more people aren't resonating with us, Simple Truth. These people are slow. I
want to make a little small prediction. I don't know if it's going to hit, but if you pull up the bracket, there's been 537 points scored in the playoffs this season. And if there's 40 points exactly in the Super Bowl, it gets them to 577, the 106 prime number. And I think that has a lot of legs.
If they did something like that, maybe a 21-19, 23-17, something like this. I mean, yeah, that could be. I like that.
Yeah, it'll go right under the 45.5.
Again, you guys, one of the teams in the Super Bowl, Seattle, Washington, as you write on envelope, 106. Again, remember what happened before kickoff? Oh my God, what's wrong with me? I don't wear those designer labels. Oh my God, I must be having. What was the fashion designer? Armani. There we go. Remember, Armani was launched during the 56th NFL season. He's dead right before kickoff of the 106th season as the Eagles go on to get their 106th home win over the Cowboys. Armani's logo. Jim Irsay dead 106 days before the NFL season began. And Indiana's had quite the year in sports since his death. Don't forget, in history, the Miami Seahawks became the Baltimore Colts. So was that a clue actually for the Seattle Seahawks? They've always done rituals with the Colts and the Seahawks, as I pointed out a bunch of times. It seems like that must have been actually what it was for at the beginning of the year. Again, if you guys don't know that, the Miami Seahawks folded and became the Baltimore Colts. But like I said, we're a year to the day of Dick Geron's death in Massachusetts, 106. And what's the name of this Massachusetts governor who's celebrating her brother? Yeah, Healy, 106. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Crazy.
I like your thought there about how it could be that way. It could be the 106 primary. It is hard to hit the exact score, but yeah, man,
the 40 points seems realistic. It's not like it's a big number.
Yeah, it does. It's, you got two great defenses. We'll see what happens. It could make sense.
Yesterday on the CT YouTube channel, they was talking about how they was wondering why Harry,
right? CTE.
Yeah, CT. It was asking the question like, why did Harriet Tubman change her name? And I'm like, why don't they just open up the calculator and just like figure out why she changed her name to Harriet
You guys remember
Tubman?
that ritual, man? Harriet Tubman 201, like George Perry Floyd, like what were they, a day apart, that little Skull and Bones member came out and said they're not going to do the Harriet Tubman 20 anymore. And the next thing you know, this guy's getting busted in a 201 ritual.
Yeah, Underground Railroad is 102 as well. I'm like, these people, they never want to open up the calculator and to see if in fact the stuff that you've been teaching them is actually factual. Like they was talking about Rosa Parks, and I'm like, they mock 42 so often when you go on there, and then I'm like, okay, how old was Rosa Parks when she had that incident on the bus? She was 42 years old. Like, why did they continue to mock the stuff that you teach them? And then
how many years have I been telling you guys they're naming these players and scripting them perfectly for their future events? I mean, are you kidding me? Number 21's name is Jalen Hawkins.
Yeah, his name is also 82, like the date of the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Like New England Patriots, like Seattle. These are things we talked about before the playoffs even got underway. Devon Witherspoon is going to be playing in Super Bowl 60 on the 60th day of his age. I mean, come on, you guys.
Yeah, 49 weeks after the guy who called the interception. That's funny.
Or in 100, his name equals 147.
Malcolm Butler.
His name equals 147. So 147 days after the post birthday, or 21 weeks. I mean, come on. Yeah, remember how they benched him? Remember how they benched him before the Eagles beat the Patriots in Super Bowl 52? It's like, how are you going to bench the hero of Super Bowl 49 for Super Bowl 52? That was a sign right there that it was the Eagles game.
Okay. And on her birthday too, the governor. Oh my God, that's crazy.
Every year, don't we say the same thing? I haven't even looked at the mayor of both cities. We should check out the mayors. Every year, they got this shit synced up with the politicians. Every year. Last year, the Eagles won 131 days from the Pennsylvania governor's birthday. One of the reasons I told my community we had to hedge with the Eagles. I told my people all 2 weeks we were on the Chiefs to 3-peat, but man, the Eagles had the 22, the 61, and the Shapiro connection. Still would have been a thing of beauty if the 3-peat came in. But again, that's why sometimes you got to hedge your bet. All you guys who think it's dumb to hedge your bets, is the phrase that dumb men hedge their bets? Because I never heard that saying before. I heard wise men hedge their bets. I know it was a lifesaver for me last year. I know one guy in my community didn't hedge his bet, and he doubled down on the Chiefs, and he quit Gematria for the whole next year, and it wasn't my fault. I told him what to do. He disagreed. So. And you caught some. I remember you caught something last year. You caught something that they were doing with a 3-peat getting broken up in tennis, and the player came out and said her favorite color was green, and then the Eagles won.
She was wearing the green shirt when she stopped the 3-peat.
Yeah, you were right about that, and that's why you got to have your eyes peeled for these rituals all over the place. Was that the Australian Open last year?
Yeah, I forgot her name though. Something Keys, and I think she did it on Alicia Keys' birthday as well. And her name is Keys.
Keys' birthday, because these people are born to be on the world stage. And what's the word key equal? Doesn't it equal 41 like lock, like Super Bowl? So, key, 41. Lock, 41. Super Bowl, 41. And you guys, I mean, did the Seahawks not score 41 versus the 49ers? That was another sign they were going to be there. And Drake May with 41 passing yards at the half. That was a sign to double down on the Patriots taking care of business as they get their 40th postseason win all time over the Broncos. Yeah. Yeah,
we'll see if it's 40 points, man. I mean, that's not a bad. It's not a bad. You know, you could put that like a little $10 on that. You don't have to bet a lot of money on that.
Yeah, again, small bills into big bills is the motto over here. That's the way I like to play. But how do you feel about how bad we're shadow banned these days? The more accomplishments for this community, the
I
more
don't think we all shadow banned. You just had it. You're in a movie. I mean,
we're shadow banned. Look how shitty the views are.
the views, yeah, but you're pretty much a movie star. I mean, how many people didn't say that?
Nobody who saw that movie knows it was me. Nobody who saw that movie knows it was me.
Everybody knows you, man.
Everybody in this community.
I mean, you have millions of views, so everybody that has ever watched a video of yours knows that's you. So even though you might be shadow banned now, but I mean, think about the 13 years. How many views have you accumulated? We're talking about millions of views.
Do you know that my original channel, they put back up on September 3rd? So they put it up a day before the NFL season, and they changed all the views on the channel. They made it look like the channel never got any views. It's crazy. It's just like, what was the point of doing that? Was it to make it look like we've just always been small and irrelevant? I hate big tech. They are just.
I don't understand. Like, what's the point of shadow banning and then putting you in a mainstream movie like that? I don't understand. Like that. It contradicts itself. It's like, okay, you don't want people to know about this guy, but
I think it's mockery. I think it's acknowledge it from them and saying, yeah, but you're never going to get the recognition. We're going to keep you smaller than small.
Yeah, and then also you got Larry Johnson also, promoting your stuff. So
he doesn't shout me out though. But yeah, it is cool that we got Larry Johnson doing gematria. It is.
You got CeeLo. I mean, you got a lot of people that's paying attention and stuff. And there's another guy too with like 2 million subs. Actually, no, 2 million followers on Instagram. He talks about gematria all the time. He doesn't say your name, but I mean,
well, he's saying I gotta check him out. 2 million on what'd you say, Instagram or TikTok?
Yeah, I gotta look up his name. I think his name is I forgot his name. I'll look it up because I posted it on my Instagram page.
The movie is Eddington, you guys. The movie is Eddington. The trailer when that movie came out was my quote straight from my book. And again, shout out to Ralph in LA. He took the time to read the script for the movie and realized they took about 10 things out of my book. They only put one of them in the damn movie, though. It would have been nice if it was all in there. And there's some other things that are close to what I said, but they edited it for the movie, so it wasn't quite as potent.
His name is Randy Consey, Konsey.
Randy Consey, huh?
Yeah, he almost like he started off as a comedian. Now every video that he puts out is a gematria video. It's just like, well, he has 600,000. I said 2 million, 600,000.
No, it's still pretty good. Okay. He's from the Bronx. Maybe he's copying you.
Not because I sent out a message to him. He didn't reply. So no, and I think he learned this from you because like the things that you talk about, that's also the things he puts in his videos. Like he was talking about Buffalo Bill one day, and then he put it in his video. So I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
you guys all know Buffalo Bill died in Denver in history on January 10th. The playoffs started this year on January 10th. Where did the Bill season die? In Denver. What a script.
Yeah, this guy, his videos get 400,000 views. I mean, that's a lot of people watching a gematria related video. I mean, so yeah, we might be shadow banned our channels, but I mean, Randy is not, and he's talking about the same thing we're talking about. Call Me Kinfolk has over 100,000 subs.
Shadow banned, and I predicted that a decade ago that someday somebody would take the work and just make it look dumb as hell. Here comes Call Me Kinfolk. Oh my God.
Yeah, 120,000 subs, man. I mean, this video getting 40,000, 50,000 views. I'm like, damn, in the 8 years I've been doing this, I've never had 50,000 views on a video. I'm like, shit, what have I been doing wrong? This guy says that plantation equals 156, and that's why the Dodgers are going to win the World Series. I'm like, okay. That's what I should have been doing. I should have been looking at plantation.
What he does is watch what we do, and then he just puts his own bizarre twist on things, and it's like, come on, man.
I mean, what does plantation have to do with Freddie Freeman?
Right. And I think it was you who first caught it, that Fernando Valenzuela's full name equaled 106, and the World Series was won with the 106th game by the Dodgers on the anniversary of Fernando Valenzuela's birthday. I mean, during the 106th season. And don't forget, you guys, here, let me show you what they did in the NFL the night before the World Series began. The Chargers became 5-3 for the year on the eve of Jackie Robinson's death at 53. And then the Dodgers went on to win the 53rd World Series for the National League, like Los Angeles equals 53. But yeah, the World Series again, October 24th. So here, check this out. Thursday Night Football. It was 3rd, and the Chargers became 5-3. Where's it at? Right here. And you got to love it. They become 5-3 and win with 37. I mean, how many times can we teach you the same lessons? So,
Yeah, man. Stuff is undeniable.
and who did they beat too? They just had to beat the Vikings. I mean, isn't there a sport connection with LA and Minnesota? I mean,
37 points, Vikings 37.
the Vikings equals 37 too. For people who don't know, the Lakers came from Minnesota. Again, it's just all these sports leagues scripted by the same people all together, the same people who script your news, your elections. They just put it all together. Put it all together. They kill people. They rig. I mean, it's a joke. This whole Guthrie thing has given us the March Madness outcome in all likelihood, and that's how we've always hit both teams. All the times we've hit at least one team or both teams, it was because of a news story right about the same time of the year.
They're saying that LeBron might go to Cleveland. So that 6-6 prediction is still alive if it does happen.
And by the way, guys, look out for George Gervin, man. Look out for George Gervin, the Iceman. He wore 44, like Ice Agent equals 44, like Minneapolis on the 44th parallel. LeBron has that photo when he was still in high school wearing the Iceman jersey, George Gervin. I feel like George Gervin, poor George Gervin might be in trouble here, you guys.
How old is he?
I forget. I just looked the other day, and it wasn't a good age that he was. It wasn't a good age. The Iceman. Yeah, he's 73, like Sacrifice, coming up on 74, another fateful number. So look out, Iceman.
From Detroit.
Here's LeBron as a youngster in the Iceman jersey right here. Young LeBron before he was in the league. Wearing a big cross, too, to remind you who runs it. LeBron, like one of many, went to a Catholic school. I mean, you guys better look at pro sports. It is crazy how many of these pro athletes either went to a Catholic or Jesuit high school, university. It's ridiculous. Vrabel, Jesuit educated, went to Walsh. I'll just put it this way. Home teams are on 152 wins this season, you guys. They're on 152 right now. So, and don't forget, they stayed on 151 when the Patriots beat Denver. Denver kept home teams on 151 wins. The Patriots picked up the 131st road win of the season. That's still the total because the Seahawks then won at home, and the Seahawks are the designated road team for the Super Bowl. Did you see the headline yesterday that broke about the former Patriot whose son is busted on 131 charges?
Oh, shit. No.
Look at this. Here's a guy who used to play with Vrabel at the Patriots. His son's now in Georgia. He gets 131 felony counts. I mean, please.
Oh my God, it's a Super Bowl number. Sam Darnold. Yeah, when I saw that with Sam Darnold, that shit freaked me out because I'm like, damn.
Darnold's playing on 131 days before his upcoming birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, my future was in the trash when I saw that. I'm like, damn.
Well, that's if you got a future that's alive, you can always hedge. That's the beauty of being in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and again, you got to really pay attention to those details. I mean, they screamed out 206 yards as the Patriots beat the Broncos, and I said, "Oh, there we go, Denver."
You saw number 19 muff the ball. I'm like, oh my God! It just and they zoom in on the jersey number just to like rub it in and stuff like.
And then Jake Bobo, number 19, scoring 2 seconds later.
He was like 35-1 odds to score anytime touchdown.
Yeah, 19 weeks after the post birthday, as the Seahawks come 19-19.
35-1 odds, man. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna take, man. I mean, this stuff is so obvious, man. I was 27 when I learned about this shit. I'm like, I don't know what's so hard about it. My daughter's 12 years old. She can see right through this stuff. She sends me all the 42 stuff and all the cartoons. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. What age did she learn it at?
Well, she actually learned it right like around the age of 7, but she didn't learn it. She was just spotting little things here and there. But still, I mean, she's 12 now. I mean, she's able to see certain things. I'm like, people on that CT panel are grown ass men and can't see through this stuff.
Well, I think there's some kind of paid for troll agents. I mean, they're a joke. Those guys. I think they do see it. I think that's their job to just downplay it.
Okay.
One over there. Yeah, you saw this thing about how they had to put out Drake May's favorite Bible verses.
I know. I heard you speak about that. It was Proverbs 16/9.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
like Sam Darnold and Seattle Seahawks are 169. And now so is Russell Wilson's quote. And again, it was
Yeah.
16 where essentially the Super Bowl ritual was totally set. Week 16, the 16-point comeback on the same day Trump declares the Patriot games when Trump won office in 2016. And of course, the Patriots won the Super Bowl right after he got in there. So.
Yes, Brock Purdy became 16-9 on the road for his career against the Seahawks.
I got to show you guys one other thing. The Super Bowl 40 box score, because this was when the streak started of the Seahawks going to Super Bowls, and we got a new pope. They said that was, again, the national media said this looked like it was the most rigged Super Bowl of all time. Isn't that a funny score that they had there in that game?
21.
Can you see that? Can you see that score?
21-10.
Just another 21, right?
Yeah, 31 points. That's the Steelers number.
We just saw C.J. Stroud get his 31st loss, getting eliminated. Or excuse me, C.J. Stroud got his 31st win beating the Steelers is what I mean.
Yeah.
31st win.
Houston. And they had 31 points at the half.
Lamar Jackson got his 31st loss, getting beat by the Steelers. The year began with Fields getting his 31st loss. Again, you guys, it's the same shit over and over and over. I mean, I've told you guys so many times now, Steelers in 31. But yeah, 21, 10, 31 points.
Yeah, the Steelers became 10-8 for the third consecutive year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's probably something to looking into the Seahawks points in these 3 Super Bowls sync with the Pope. That could be another clue about what they're doing. It's hard to hit the exact score, but there's a lot of clues about this 21.
They might just do it. They might just, I don't know, man. A 40-0 score wouldn't surprise me. Like, they'll not have the Seahawks score at all. Just, they like to do stuff like that. Like last year with the Chiefs, I didn't expect the Chiefs to get blown out like that. I thought it was going to be a closer game than that. They had the Eagles just jump out of the game right away.
Yeah, I wish I would have thought, because we knew the slavery piece was there. If you guys missed what they did last year, 40 points on the 40th day of the year. The phrase 40 acres and a mule equals 105. Last year was the 105th season. And remember, it was the second time 2 black quarterbacks faced each other. The first time was the Super Bowl on Lincoln's birthday. Mahomes versus Hurts. Mahomes won that one, Super Bowl 57. Then they play in 59. Slave equals 59. And they pay tribute to 40 acres and a mule on the 40th day of the year. I didn't think of that. But once they did after the game, I was like, damn, look at that. Look at that. There's a 201 that could show up in the point differential if you guys want to look into it. It is the Boston Governor's 55th birthday. Brady won Super Bowl 55 with 201 passing yards. There's a 201 that could happen for one of these teams' point differentials if you take a look. I can lead you to the water. I'm going to make you do a little homework, though. That 201 is a special number if you guys don't know. That's Catholic Pope equals 201, for example. The Jesuit Order 201. On and on and on. And again, go ahead and take your call. Again, I just got to remind you guys, too, about this over-under being at 45.5 with a spread of 4.5. It's the first time you have 2 Mikes as the coach of the Super Bowl since Super Bowl 45. And again, that was Mike McCarthy versus Mike Tomlin. And McCarthy was with the Packers then. Now he's going to coach Pittsburgh, and he was born in Pittsburgh. You guys should look into the death of his brother. His brother died in a Pittsburgh gym at age 47. Like the first Super Bowl season was the 47th season of the NFL. Special number to the Masons. But this is the kind of stuff they do. And again, they sync this all up with Shawn Michaels, who's 60, who won WrestleMania in a 60-minute bout. Shawn Michaels. You got Shawn versus Mike for both coaches in the AFC and NFC. Michaels, the plural. The second time, it's just, you guys, I mean, the mockery is next level. The scripts are next level. And I think that's part of the problem with the common man. We're showing all this, and they're just going, there's no way. There's no way. And then, see, that's the other thing, you guys, because of the way we're raised. We're raised to have these religious undertones in our thinking. Everyone starts falling back on their beliefs. It's got to be God. God must be doing this. Man couldn't do this. What do you mean, man? If man can decode it, man can also do it. So, anyway.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that excuse. That man can't do this. Like, why? Why not?
Yeah.
It was rehearsed.
What did Malcolm Butler say after he made the interception? Do you remember?
No, I don't.
They interviewed him after the game. They interviewed Malcolm Butler after he made the pick in Super Bowl 49. Of course, that's who they went to, the guy who made the game-winning play. And the first thing he says is, we rehearsed that play all week. First of all, why would they have been practicing that all week since the Seahawks hadn't thrown the ball on the 1-yard line not once that entire season? That was the first time they threw the ball on the 1-yard line. So you're playing against a team that always runs it, and you're going to be practicing to defend. I mean, please. Mockery. Oh, by the way, something I got to look up, you guys. I just heard this while I was in the gym today. I forgot. I got to look this up. Did you know that Brady, I heard it straight out of Tom Brady's mouth, he only played in the Seahawks stadium one time in his career? Can you guess what year he played in the Seahawks stadium?
What year? 2021?
That's a good guess. If it's not 21, what would be your next guess?
2012?
Boom. Again,
What?
Patriots 12. Yeah, Brady said it was the only place he only played one time. And he said he would have played there in 2008, but that was the year he sat out with the injury. I got to look it up. I got to see what happened in that game. Oh, what a score. The Seahawks won 24-23. Seahawks equals 24. Brady equals 23. 47 points on the 47th parallel. You know what's weird? That game was on Charlie Kirk's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And 10-14. Don't we have 10 verse 14 this year? What?
Wow.
Wow. And whose birthday is 10-14?
George Floyd.
Well, that's one. Who else? They called him a Patriot. He died this past year, you might recall, right as the season was getting started. They had a memorial for him in the Cardinal Stadium.
Oh, no, don't remember.
There's a lot to remember. Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Charlie Kirk and George Floyd have the same birthday, yeah.
Yeah, and that's also the day the Superior General became the 31st Superior General, like Charlie Kirk died at 31. Look at this. From Charlie Kirk's birthday to the Super Bowl is a span of 118 days. The ref who's working the Super Bowl, the last game he officiated was the Patriots winning in the divisional round on January 18th. That was something we pointed out for the conference championships. Patriots 118. How many headlines were there about Charlie Kirk, the Patriot? So unbelievable.
10 versus 14. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
My mom's killing me. She just sold her house and she needs me to come help her move. Mom, I can't do this before the damn Super Bowl. Okay.
Yeah, and they had Mr. Kirk hit the ground, the double play in the World Series to end the season.
Watch this Kirk guy in the Waste Management tour this, in case they do anything with that guy. There's a Kirk in the PGA Tour this weekend. They always sync up that Waste Management tour with the Super Bowl. Wow. Yeah, I just heard that piece of intel, and I meant to look it up, but it just, man, I can't believe it. 10-14. Wow, you guys don't think it's all just one big script? Where are you guys at? Here, I want you guys to come on and tell me how this isn't all one big damn script. Tell me about it.
10 versus 14, man. Seahawks 24, 10-14, 24 numerology.
Where did I just put that box score at? I got too many things open. Here, I'll pull it up again. Patriots, Seahawks, box score 2012. October 14th, you guys. That's the day leaving 78 days left in the year. That's the 12th triangular number. Laidlaw, who just died, Laidlaw for the Cowboys who won Super Bowl 12. He just died 78 days after the Superior General's birthday. He was in Super Bowl 12, Laidlaw. Damn, this stuff is ice cold. Let me see Brady's box score in this game. Let's see both of their box scores. Of course, Brady had well, that's interesting that Brady had 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. There's your Seahawks narrative to get to 2-2 in the big game. Russ had 3 touchdowns. 16.
Marshawn Lynch with 41 yards.
27 attempts. This year's Super Bowl is exactly 27 weeks after Brady's birthday. Brady with the 36 completions. This year's Super Bowl is on 36 date numerology. This Super Bowl is 151 days after Charlie Kirk died, the 36 prime. It all started with the Patriots in Super Bowl 36, 24 years ago. Seahawks 24.
How you feel about the Kobe stuff? Somebody made a video on Instagram talking about how this is a tribute to Kobe Bryant as well.
I think it is, yeah, because okay, so again, the Week 16 game where the Patriots, or not the Patriots, where the Seahawks came back and beat The Rams, 38-37. Again, that was the anniversary of Kobe's jerseys getting retired. We were all over it before that game. Kobe equals 75. And who scored the winning touchdown? It was the 2-point conversion by number 81. Number 81 scored the winning touchdown for the 75th points on the anniversary of Kobe's jersey retirement. And that was the same day that Greg Biffle, number 16, died from NASCAR to start week 16 as the Seahawks have a 16-point comeback. Well, God, there was another 16 piece with this game that I forgot. I'll think of it later, but I'm not.
Yeah, the Super Bowl is 24 months after the Kobe statue went up on 2/8/24. There was a bunch of other things.
Look how Marshawn Lynch had 41 rushing yards in that game.
Yeah,
Sidney Rice was the leading receiver for the Seahawks with 81. Wes Welker on the wide open crossing routes running for forever yards after the catch, 138.
Did you notice how the player Kobe Bryant is on the Seahawks?
Yeah, we had Kobe Bryant for the interception in the Sam Darnold game.
Yeah, but if you measure, oh man, I gotta look up the video. I think he was born 81 months and 24 days after, I think, the 81-point game or something like that. It was something like, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just.
You guys remember when Seattle flooded this year and Phillip Rivers? Look at this, you guys. Rivers equals 44, like Seattle equals 44, and 6 Rivers flooded in Seattle, and then Phillip Rivers, that was the week he came back in the NFL and he played in Seattle, and Seattle won the game with 6 field goals. Field goal equals 44, but Phillip Rivers started 6 days after his 44th birthday, and that was the flooding was 44 days after Bill Gates' birthday. But I made a point about how that flooding was synced with the Super Bowl, and I said this kind of reminds me of the year that the Astros went to the World Series after Harvey. And again, you guys, this is how scripted it is. Weather warfare, rig sports. So that game was on December 14th.
Yeah.
And
so look, from Kobe Bryant's birth date, the football player, to the 81-point game is 81 months and 24 days.
Yeah, Kobe. And this game ended with a Kobe Bryant interception. There was, I forget exactly what it was, but we like Kobe to get the pick in that game. I forget exactly how it was. Let me see. Seattle flooded on the day leaving 20 days left in the year. So it must have been December 11th. Hold up. Let me just see how that lined up with the Super Bowl because I forgot this part. Oh, yeah. See that? It was so Seattle flooded a span of 60 days to Super Bowl 60. Because we talked about this time. I said, man, now Seattle has looked the part. We know they got the what. You know, a Jewish rapper from Seattle put out a song called $106 at the start of this season?
$106.
See, that's what you should be in our community still, Simple Truth. You should be over in our community too, because we had this stuff at the start of the year and we were looking at it and we were entertaining it. Jewish rapper put out a song called $106 from Seattle, and Seattle WA is also 56, like Super Bowl 60 is the 56th of the modern era. So yeah, the flooding.
Cardi B has that song trophies on her album.
And about this too, just about that ritual with Indianapolis right after the flooding. Indianapolis, the city that equals 60. Again, the Colts used to be the Miami Seahawks. These were the clues.
Yeah, the championship game was 106 days from my birthday. Cardi B.
Cardi B, who's with what's his face now?
Yeah, I forgot his name.
The guy who had the Minnesota Miracle 61-yard touchdown. I don't know why I can't think of his name right now. Yeah, if you guys remember that one, the 61-yard Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah, I think Trophies is 106 as well.
Why can I not think of his damn name? His name is Stephon Diggs. That's his name.
Yeah, so they had the Swifties. Now they got the Cardis at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's all marketing.
Her birthday leaves 81 days left in the year. 81. So, yeah, the conference championships were 106 days after her birthday. How perfect. Super Bowl's 120 days, kind of like 12. Or a square root of 121, kind of like 11. Like she's born on the 11th, and like this is a rematch of the Super Bowl from 11 years earlier.
Yeah.
Open Up says no more free gems. Part of why I don't even care is because Open Up, you're an intelligent guy. Most of these people out here, they're too dumb. They don't even know what I'm talking about. They're like, what?
They're like, who do? They'll probably send you a message like, Zach, who do you have?
That's what they do. Watch, so that'll be the whole comment section. Everyone's so what? Who's winning?
So who's gonna win?
Man, these people are fucking retarded. Do you know about how Darnold's grandpa Marlboro Man modeled Dick Hammer? Dick Hammer, what a name. Dick Hammer. You know what? I might change my name to that. I kind of like that. Dick Hammer. Played for Trojans and beat Santa Clara is where the Super Bowl is. Huh. And USC is where Sam Darnold went. Yeah. By the way, man, Caleb Williams next year, USC. It's in LA. I'm telling you guys, I'm giving you the free one. It's the Bears in the NFC next year. I got to figure out who it is in the AFC. Man. I got to think about it. Are the Bills finally going to get some love? Are the Bills finally going to get some love? Yeah, they did that ritual with the Bears and the Bills and the Heisman and the Brown shooting. They did all that this year. The Bills and the Bears are the 18 teams. 61 the 18th prime. We'll think about it. I got to look into this Darnold's grandpa thing since it's Santa Clara where the Super Bowl is. Darnold's grandpa was the Marlboro Man, like the guy that was on commercials. Are you kidding me? When I was a kid, the Marlboro Man was everywhere. He was on TV. He was on billboards. And it's crazy. I think they need to bring back smoking because society was looking a lot healthier when people were smoking, as crazy as that sounds. Dick Hammer. That is the most amazing name. Dick Hammer. He was an actor. Of course he was. He was an actor. It makes sense. Just like in the National Fix League, they're athletic actors.
Like his grandson.
He was the Marlboro Man. Huh. Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's like lung cancer in 99. Come on, man. 99. The Rams won it that year. New England 99. Dick Hammer Championship, USC, Santa Clara. Gotta look this up. Oh, it was basketball. It was a basketball. He's a basketball player.
That reminds me of Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson played for Trojans. You had the Magic Johnson.
Yeah. Another dick joke. Nothing's as good as dick butt kiss, though.
They got a play on the Braves. His name is Mastroboni.
Look how they posted this at 107. They went crazy with that number this year. Again, Dick Geron born on 10/7. Dick Hammer. What does that even equal? Dick Hammer. 49. Man, I hate these people. 85, like National Football League. Oh my. Because Santa Clara, you guys, that's where the Super Bowl is. What's it say down here? It's the earthquakes. What? And then the media was speculating that there could be an earthquake at the game.
I think there was like 10 earthquakes a week ago.
23. There were 23. Like Brady equals 23. This is something to research right here. This again, the clues are out there. It's just they give you all these little things. Which script are they going with? Now, more than 60 years later, Hammer's grandson is on the spotlight in Santa Clara. Okay. You know, it's funny. From 54 to 2026 is 72 years later. Look at Santa Clara, you guys. Santa Clara is 72. And it's where one of the Jesuit universities is. It's where Gavin Newsom went to school. Jesuit order 72. And Jesuit order, okay, it was in 54. It's 72 years later. You don't think the Jesuits run this? Can we get some kind of opposition? Oh, we have some people in the back. The 802 Gematrian. You can field a question for Simple Truth or myself or both. Well, what's up, the 802 Gematrian?
Yo, what's good, Zach?
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing? I'm so happy that you let me in the call. Like, I'm one of the biggest Gematrians in my state. I think I'm the only person that knows about this information, or at least like decode sports. Now, I have a Patreon. I'm not trying to promote my Patreon, so don't get me out the call, all right? But I'll be doing the first baskets like crazy. And Simple Truth, he knows I support both of y'all. Like, I wish we could unite, and decode sports. That's what I do. I do the first baskets, and I remember I called a plus 1300 underdog, and I knew he was gonna get the first basket because it was the 141 days after the start of the NBA season, back in 2024. So October 22nd, 2024 to March 12th, 2025 is 141 days, and Lou Gent's door equals 141.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It was his 353rd career game. That's the 71st prime number. Celtics equals 71. They're playing the Celtics, which are located on the 71st meridian. And yeah, he got the first basket in that 353rd game. Oh, it's the 71st day of the year too.
You
March
can
12th.
shout out your Patreon or wherever you're putting out your picks. I don't care. Go ahead.
Yo, you fuck with that decode, right, Zach?
That's a good decode.
Yeah. And I don't know how Call Me Kim folks like talking about Cheeto Puffs not suitable for women. Like, what the fuck is
That's what you call co-opted. That's what co-opted looks like. That guy's former military too. He's here.
Oh shit, he's controlled opposition?
He's here to make the work look so dumb, you guys.
Oh my god, I suspected that he really like put on an act so well.
See, that makes sense. Wait, oh, Miller.
Oh my
Okay.
god, he's making a bag. He got like 100K subs too.
See, that the reason I know is because there was this network of people who were trying to pretend like they were friends here, but then when they came out in public with me, it was obvious they were trying to slow me down. And I want to record Zach, and then they walk 30 feet away so you can't hear anything I'm saying. It's like these people are just here to like fuck
Zach,
shit.
Zach, you want to play my edit? I made
Yeah, because that guy surpassed. He surpassed you, Derek. All the people that been here since the beginning. I'm like, how is that possible?
Well, look what they did to my sports channel. It dropped 6,000 subs in one day during 2 March Madnesses ago, and hasn't moved a tick in either direction since. I mean, how's that even possible? Because they don't want to send me that plaque. I was almost to 100K on Gematria Effect Sports. Now look at that channel. If I like put a video on there, it gets 10 views. Like, what do they do to this channel? God.
I'm telling you, we need to hire a blonde babe and put her next to us, and then
I'm about to hire a girl that works at the gym that just sits there making minimum wage.
yeah, exactly, just like First Take.
I don't want to be mean, but I'm like, have you looked at yourself in the mirror? Sitting here at this desk is a waste of your fucking life. This girl is a 10 out of 10, just beautiful Latina girl with an amazing body. I shouldn't even be talking about this since I have a wife. But every time I come in, I'm just like, what the fuck is she doing sitting here making minimum wage, wasting her life? Has she looked at herself in the damn
just have her sit there and say, today is just have her say the date, and then we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl 60, and then you take over from there. And I just have her sitting there with her titties out, and I'm telling you, your views will go from whatever it is now to
maybe not in the Shadowban department. It still might not happen on this channel, but that is what we honestly need. Because I mean, you look at all these little videos, these little TikTok girls just showing off their body, and they got like 500,000 likes, and they just jump roped for 3 seconds. You're like,
every sports show has a hot girl in there, just sitting there. First Take, Undisputed, Colin Cowherd,
is a million times hotter than the girl on First Take. A million times hotter.
See, I'm telling you, that's what it takes. Is the guys are probably sitting.
And by the way, you guys out there who aren't making moves on ladies, it's obvious that men are just keeping indoors and jerking off. Because I seen this girl's boyfriend, and it just doesn't look right. I'm like, this guy is lucky as hell because he's this little scrawny guy. It doesn't even make sense. I'm just like, this is unreal.
Well, sometimes it takes confidence. A lot of people don't have confidence.
That's what I mean. That's why you guys got to get out there and get after these ladies because. It doesn't even.
He probably had the balls to go up to her and say, "Hey,
that's all it took." He was the only guy willing to talk to her. That's exactly how it was.
Mm-hmm. She probably feels lonely because a lot of people are probably scared to talk to her.
Exactly, and that is what happens. But when I went to Arizona State, you saw a lot of that because there's so many models there, and it's just see like a girl that's also a 10, and she's like with how does this even happen? It's because he had the confidence.
What happened to the guy that was? He probably left.
I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh,
I asked you to promote your page.
Arthur, call me First Basket or call me the 802 Gematria. Don't just be like, oh, the guy, bro. Like, come on, bro.
I didn't even know that was you.
Yo, it's me, bro.
You changed your name. Why?
Yeah. I just want people to know that where I'm from. Like,
oh, I didn't know you called yourself Gematria, and I'm like, I don't even recognize that name.
Yeah,
I like this guy. This is the guy that he learned about this when he was 17 years old. Zach, the guy's really good, man.
page. Did you promote? Is that your page, the 802 Gematrian?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, no,
you
no.
just
I'm
changed
off.
it 'cause
I'm
he
sports plays.
used to go
Sports
about
plays
Purple Bag.
917.
Yeah, this guy is really good, man. He learned. I think he learned. I don't know who he found first, but
I found
yeah,
Simple Truth Instagram from another man that was on TikTok.
yeah. He's really he impressed me, man. He put some good decodes together, and he's only like what 20 years old now, right? How old are you
I'm
now?
21. 21.
Look at that.
Oh,
21
Zach,
years old.
I'm the one who got in the car crash on the 145th day of the year, and my name equals 145
Life is
in the
strange
same
like
cipher.
that. Life is strange like that.
Oh yeah, so Zach, I texted you. I'm gonna text you my video to your old number that you used to do for like the pick'em contest, and then I can have you play that if you want to play that. It's my decode, and I made like an edit. I don't know. I really appreciate if you played it.
Have you clearly told people where they can check out your work?
I've tried. I like try to send like Hit a Lick Sports. Like
Can you just say it out loud where people can find your work?
He's telling you to do it now. That's
yeah,
basically.
Patreon. I'll send you the link.
Bro,
No,
there's
say it. Say it.
500 people listening to the stream. Just say where they can find your work. It shouldn't be this hard.
Oh shit. I'm clicking on it right now. Consistent sports plays. Consistency sports plays.
Consistency sports plays. There you go. Did you spell that just the way they'd expect it, or is there like some Z's in
Yeah,
there?
it's a space. It's just a space with every word.
Consistency space sports space plays. Okay, got it.
And I know the pressure's on like when you give out picks because like one wrong pick just gets like trolls everywhere. I'm not trying to like make money off this. I'm really trying to like just get people's attention. And I feel like with the money then I can like pay for things necessary to make this like full time, just like me going through every game, looking at every stat.
Yeah, this is not easy work though. Don't think it's easy.
Like Zach, look at this perfect decode with VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, the star for the
Yeah,
76.
he got a 61st steal versus the New York Knicks. And it was 178 days. Yeah,
New York Knicks
178 days.
178. Boom.
Yeah.
You see, guys, this stuff goes on every day, you guys. And you guys, all you guys who want to sit here and be like, it's not that hard, you guys. These are the two ciphers that matter the most. 178 days from his birthday gets a 61st steal. And a prop bet for a steal is good money. Probably better payout than the game is. So,
Zach, the other day on Kobe's death anniversary, you was on the CT panel and you was telling them about the number 113. If you would have waited 2 more minutes in that Charlotte Hornets game, they had 113 points at half.
Well, and they also stopped the game with minute 26 while Indiana was on 113. It's like, come on, man, on 126.
Because they was laughing like, 113. I'm like, if you would have just waited 2 more minutes and then they would have did the math on that Hornets game because they had the box score up. I'm like, damn, like 2 more minutes. I mean, I don't think there's nothing you can show to those people though.
No, they're trolls. They're trolls. Yeah, they're just here to make fun of things that are true.
Yeah, there's nothing you can show them.
All right, drop the link. All you guys who can't figure out how to hit the link, I mean, it's just clicking on the link. You should put you in the backstage. They call it the backstage. You can enable your mic. You can enable your camera if you want to be on screen too. And then I pull you up, and then we hear from you. It's that simple. We got somebody else in the back that wants to join. Well, what's up, D2?
All right, what's up, Zach? Can you hear me?
Uh-huh. I hear you. Is it this glitch where he can't hear me?
Okay, just wanted to see if this info is kind of helpful. I was looking to remember I had called you a couple of times the Super Bowls before with the heads and tails, the coin flip. And the past 5 years, I was always pretty correct with it.
It goes to tails the majority of the time, and I am wondering if it's going to be tails this year because it's 16. Like this Super Bowl was essentially set in week 16, so I'm wondering.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's possible too. Well, I looked.
Zach, am I still on the call?
You're still
heads,
on the call. Let
I just want to put. Oh, okay.
Yeah, heads. It's 19, and the
it's also 26 cycle. Like 2026. It's 98 like New England. I don't like to do the heads or tails, but I do know the majority of time for whatever reason it's tails. So heads is a positive payout. Tails is a negative payout. To me, I don't like to bet on that stuff.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Here,
last year
Just to
was
see,
tails
I'll
on
make, I'll make a
the
point about a guy in this community that used to be up 200 G's who's now homeless, who needs me to loan him money all the time and never pays anything back. He would make huge bets on the coin toss. And
Wait, Zach, can you say who that is?
I don't want to say who that is.
Oh, okay. Wait, is it Itachi?
No, it's not Itachi.
Okay, but Itachi, yeah, he used to be like a big supporter too, and I just want to shout him out. You know, he tries his best with the work.
oh yeah. Well, I just wanted to point out, like, since it's heads is 19, that's um the
Yeah,
8 prime, and since it's on the 8, so that might
that's
be
true.
possible.
That's true.
But I wanted to see with Stephon Diggs. I don't know, for the first touchdown, does it often go by if you type in first touchdown?
The first touchdowns are something that we've done quite well with. I haven't come to any conclusions about first touchdown. I got a lot more homework to do between now and game time.
Oh, okay.
yeah, that
Well,
OBJ
I
one
had
was
looked.
good.
I had looked real quick because if you type in first touchdown, it comes up to 75, and Stephon Diggs uh, will have his 75th career touchdown if he scores the first.
That's
And
in the regular
also,
season, bro. You gotta include playoffs. He has
Yeah,
79 including playoffs.
oh, okay, okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
Don't make that mistake. A lot of people make that mistake because they come here and look at stats and they don't get the postseason stats in here. So again, when you go to this page, it's going to show that in the regular season he has 74 touchdowns,
Right.
and in the postseason he's got 5. So he's on 79 receiving touchdowns right now, and he has a rushing touchdown as well, 80. So we got an 81 potential on the board if they are doing a Kobe thing. It's the anniversary of them putting up the Kobe statue.
What was then? There was something. Oh no, never mind, never mind. It's 71 from his birthday to the Super Bowl.
That's the 20th prime.
Yeah.
Just like my
And then
71
also
decode.
because he wears number 8, sorry, and this season he has he has one postseason touchdown, and then it would be his second for this for February 2nd. That might be a stretch though, and then he wear number 8.
The date numerology of the Super Bowl is 2.
Oh, okay. And he used to be the guy when he played with Mr. Josh Allen, so that would have been a nice little thing, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Well, I appreciate those thoughts. Thank you, D2.
You're welcome.
All right, take care. Yeah, you guys don't. Some people make that mistake. They don't add the postseason stats too. I hear it all the time. Make sure you're not just looking at regular season stats. You're going to be off the mark. We got other people in the back. I'll keep Simple Truth and 802 up here because they both know their gematria. We got 202-5. What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on with you, my man? Hey, so with the Bears, I actually like the Bears next year. If you look back 20 years ago, 2004, 2005, that was the Eagles, Patriots, and of course the Eagles were the NFC team. 2005, 2006 was the Seahawks. They were the NFC team. 2006, 2007, it was the Bears. They played against the Colts.
Yeah.
So it's a possibility that they could be doing those 3 teams to represent the NFC, for the Super Bowl. Now, as far as the AFC, the Bears played against the AFC South team, the Colts, that year. And what's interesting about the Jaguars, because I looked, did a little research with the Colts. So the Colts, they played in that RCA Dome, that old stadium. That year they went to the Super Bowl, and then 2 years later they moved into the new stadium that they're in right now. The Jaguars, this year is going to be their last year playing in their current stadium. I mean, they're getting the whole stadium remodeled, but next year, the following year, they're going to be in Orlando, because that stadium that they're playing right now, they're going to put not a dome, but like a glass roof or something like that. What a lot of NFL teams are doing now. And then the year after that, which will be 2 years later, they'll be back and playing in that stadium. So I'm thinking, like, are the Jaguars following what the Colts are doing as far as the stadium thing? And maybe, I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, it could be the Bills, but I'm just thinking maybe it could be the Bears, Jaguars next year for the Super Bowl in LA.
pay for that new stadium, 61 the 18th prime. There's only 2 teams that got that 18 connection.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the Bills, Bills will be playing in their new stadium next year, and also 2027, the Titans they'll be moving into their new stadium, and then 2028, the Jaguars will be in their current new stadium, whatever. But yeah, but we'll see. But I do like the Bears for next year.
Yeah. Again, it ended. You guys, the season ended 61 days after Caleb Williams' birthday against the Rams, who are hosting Super Bowl 61. That's how they do it, you guys. Sometimes they just give you a lay-in, and it's just the lay-ins are usually correct. So anyway,
yeah.
Thank you, 202-5.
Hey, no problem, man. Hey, take care, y'all. Peace. All right.
We got Rusty Roberts in the back. What's up, Rusty Roberts? I think you're listening through YouTube. You want to mute that and just talk to me through this StreamYard, or we're going to be on a 10-second delay. You can tell he's watching through YouTube right now. He's on a super delay.
Zach, you trying to play my video I just sent to your 509 number?
Oh, hold on. When you're new to the Patreon, it can be a little bit confusing. It used to be easy for me to just like swing these things to my Twitter, which was over a year ago. How do I get this to my mail? Rusty Roberts, you're on the stage.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got to mute the YouTube video and just talk through this. It's on a 20-second delay.
Hold on.
If you guys see yourself come up on this stage, that means you're live.
All right, is that working now?
There you go.
It's good times, man. They be sucking on my dick.
Who do I hear in the background that's talking? I think it's 802 Gematria. I got to mute him.
My YouTube is not on. Can you hear me? Is my mic working?
Yeah, but you're watching through YouTube, which is on a delay. You just need to talk through StreamYard. He's not getting it. YouTube is on a 20-second delay. You're waiting 20 seconds behind where my speech is.
Intense.
Wait, Zach, you got my video, right?
Sorry. There you go. Hey, I just wanted to, I don't have a sports decode, but I saw someone in your chat said earlier, was asking for knowledge and was asking for books. God damn it. They were asking for books, and there's a really good book from like 1922, and it talks about basically all American history that you talk about, but I've never heard you talk about this book. It's called The Suppressed Truth of the Assassination of Abraham Lincoln. So it starts and it talks about like the Treaty of Verona and when the Jesuit suppression and then the Pope that brought the Jesuits back. And then you got all the history of the presidents who died in office. It even talks about, I mean, it was written in 1922. It said that Japanese were basically installed on the West Coast to start a future war. But it's one of the only books I've ever come across that talks about actual American history. So, I mean, it's talking about Lincoln was a very small part of the book. It's by far the best American history book I've ever come across.
I'd never heard of it. I'll check it out. I appreciate it.
Why can't I hear?
Oh, he has the glitch going too. It's a glitch. That's why he can't hear me.
I don't know why I can't hear you. I shut the I'm not very good at technology, but I can't hear you.
Yeah, it's a glitch.
So I'll probably just let you go. But whoever was at, someone super chatted you was asking for books, but that's a really good book, and I don't know where you got your information from, but pretty much the majority of stuff you talk about comes out of that book. And it's the only thing it talks about all of the presidents who died in office. I mean, it was a lot of arsenic poisoning, but usually when they were killed, it was usually at some sort of political event and an entire party was poisoned. But I mean, that's a really good book. You can find it for free on that, what is that, like archive.org. Like you can find most old books for free on that if you want just a PDF to download, but I don't have an actual copy of that, but I have a PDF of it.
Okay, I appreciate it. You can't hear me, but thank you. I'll look more into this. All right, thanks, Rusty. Yeah, interesting. And it's Lincoln was big with the Super Bowl, right? On the anniversary of freeing or Lincoln's birthday, we get the first Super Bowl with 2 black quarterbacks. Then we get the same matchup 2 years later in the 40 acres in the Mule Bowl. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check out that book. Interesting. Never know what you're gonna learn next. Anything you want to add in here, Simple Truth?
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay. We have a troll in the back. I can tell I'm just going to let them on and they're not going to say anything. Here, we can try it out. Somebody pretending to be sports gematria. Go ahead.
Sports gematria's mom. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, my
You know he's watching right now. Why don't you call in, you lispy little cocksucker? Call in here. So, talk to me about 9-1 in hockey last night with another exact call on the score. Thank God for that Flames game. I thought I was going to hit a few exact scores yesterday. I came up a little bit short, and 2 other ones that look good. Those exact scores are lucrative. Well, what's up, Oscar? I had to get the other guy off because he was like playing porn in the background. So I was like, "What is going on, man?"
Yeah, I did hear some. I try to ignore it.
I'm like, "What? Does this guy know he's got a porn going? I mean, how many tabs you got open? My God, I'll promote your Patreon, but Jesus, get that porn addiction under control." What Oscar? You got to unmute.
Oh, what's up, man? Nah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Well, nice to meet y'all, but I'm not gonna lie today. I don't know. I just been seeing a lot of shit of like gematria and shit like on IG. So like I kind of wanted like a better like breakdown on it, and like I'm really trying to I'm really trying to understand it. Like I was kind of like paying attention to what y'all was saying, and I had seen the dude that y'all had beforehand. He was talking about the first basket. And so what I did, so today there's a Bulls game today, right? And
Right.
I had checked how long ago the season had started, and it was 107 days, right? And so I was checking all the players, and the one that stuck out to me was Isaac Okoro because I put him on the gematria calculator, and it was 107, and it also happened to be 107 days since the season had first started. So I'm trying to make sure if I'm on the right track or if it's like.
Well, it sounds like you're on the right track. And what's nice is sometimes that there'll be a guy who locks into a pattern. Like the other year, Kevin Durant was 35 years old, right? And he wore 35 for pretty much his whole career. And we call it 35 Thursday. We had 7 straight weeks where Durant hit the first basket on Thursday. It lasted 7 weeks. And, first baskets are lucrative. So in the 8th week, the streak broke. But there's several different ways they can do it. It's like it was Holocaust Remembrance Day a couple weeks ago, and the Jewish player for the Blazers, he didn't have the first basket of the game, but he had the first team basket. So on Hitler's birthday last year, the German for the Magic had the first basket of the game. What's his name? Franz Wagner?
Oh, yeah, Franz.
Picking up on clues. Maybe there's a guy, let's just make up a team. He plays for Boston. He wears the same number as a former Boston star. And it just happens to be that Boston star from back in the day's birthday anniversary. Or maybe it's that many days after his birthday and they both wore 20 or something. And then boom, what do you know? He scored the first bucket of the game and he finished the night with 20 points. There's a lot of different ways they can do it.
Wait. Now that you're saying that, and now that I'm looking at the Thursday, bro, that his jersey number is 35, bro. That's crazy.
So it doesn't mean it's going to happen with every guy who wears 35 because like Durant's a larger than life star, right? He's one of the biggest stars in NBA history, and he's really known for that 35. But what I encourage you to do with things like first baskets is not go out and bet the house on that, but it's a good multiplier. So if you got 3 games that are right that you really like that night, and you just want to put a buck down on those 3 with who you think's going to do the first basket, that's how you can start to turn $1 into upwards of $100 without risking much.
Yeah, they had LeBron James score the first basket on 3 Kings Day. He's never lost on 3 Kings Day. And then they had Mikal Bridges on Christmas, number 25, score the first basket on Christmas Day.
The Vikings, you guys, they never lost on Leif Erikson Day. They're 9-0, and I still remember who they became 9-0 against, the Bears. Like Bears equals 90. Leif Erikson's a famous Viking. So this is what it's all about, picking up on what that day's remembered, who that day's connected to, spotting the number ritual. There's no one exact formula for hitting first baskets and player props, but it's a combination of narrative and numbers, catching the clues in the history.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah, and again, you guys, that's the beauty of this knowledge. I mean, turn a buck into 30, 40, 50, 100 bucks. If you're new to this, like I had some guy whining the other night. I lost 2.5 G's tonight. And then he gave me this list of picks. I said, not a single one of those were picks I offered. We just cleaned up with the picks I gave you today. You're crying to me about how these picks you lost on that I didn't even give. And how are you going to be brand new and dropping 2.5 grand as you're brand new here? That's just stupid.
Nah, yeah.
Learn with small bills, and when you get your groove and start to get it, then you can start upping your wager, especially when you're playing with some house money. That's my advice.
for the first basket, I recommend you do it like on holidays. They like to pay tribute to holidays, so that's a good day to bet on it. You don't have to bet on it every day, but choose holidays or birthdays, like Zach says. And birthdays are good too.
Kobe's death anniversary. I mean, it only comes up once a year, but the 1-1-3 pattern, it only missed in one game. And it actually annoyed me because it missed in the Lakers-Bulls game that day, the one that seemed like most likely to happen in. But Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, both 1-1-3. It was crazy how many 1-1-3s were in the series records on Kobe's death anniversary. And, I mean, here, just go back to these games. The first game on the slate was all about Kobe. It was sharp. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to January 23rd. Okay, you had the Hawks blow out the Pacers for their 113th win in the series. Kobe won his first championship over the Pacers. And then the next game, and both of these games were early too. The Hornets beat the 76ers by 37, just like how right on the 37th anniversary of
that was the game with the 113 points at the half.
Yeah. And they stopped the Pacers game while the Pacers were on 113 points with a minute 26 left in the game, like Kobe died on 126. So again, just about learning recurring patterns on dates, which comes with time. I've been doing this for going on 13 years. If you're brand new, you can't expect to do what I do because you're new to it. But you'll start to realize there's just certain patterns that show up with teams all the time.
So like, let's say a next like a holiday would be like probably like Easter,
like
right?
Valentine's Day. They used to love Love, who used to play for the Cavaliers. He used to get the first basket on Valentine's Day.
There used to be a Valentine in the league who had some nice rituals on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he played for the Bulls.
Yeah, Denzel Valentine.
Yeah,
I remember in NASCAR they had the car Love win on Valentine's Day.
Right. Yeah, with the heart on it. I mean, just simple shit. Sometimes it's not even. Again, it's not always the number. Sometimes it's just straight up narrative or just a name that's so obvious. So
yeah, they love holidays, man.
Mm-hmm.
Holy days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the thing is too. I mean, even though it's just like this research is still in its infancy. I've been doing it for going on 13 years. Imagine 100 years from now as people perfect the science. I mean, there's always something new that can be added to the research, but there's also a formula. And then sometimes people are getting too far outside the box and doing crazy things and going off the mark.
Yeah, people like to reinvent the wheel and just start doing their own thing. Like, oh, look at this. I'm gonna do it this way.
Yeah,
that's why people set people back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And pay attention to stories too. Like I bet you there's anything. The Scooble, who was the Cy Young winner last year, this was a big story. So you just had you had the death of the Tigers Hall of Famer yesterday, who's from Portland, as Portland upsets Gonzaga, dead at 85, like basketball is 85. But I bet there's something with his death and this Tiger who won the Cy Young today. And again, just start. You want to find out, also, if you're trying to do futures, you want to figure out when the championships are going to start and do measurements from people's birthdays. Sometimes you'll spot a number that's just like, wow, okay, that's the World Series number. That's the number that goes with this edition of the World Series this year. I'm just going to check out Tariq Schoolbowl real quick just to see if anything stands out to me on the surface about this news breaking today, because this is a big story in baseball. It's okay. So it's the 70. If you guys ever look at this, just shorthand. If it shows that it's 77 days after his birthday, that also means it's the 78th day of his age. That's a Tigers number. Tigers is 78. So, and now the next thing is to look into if there might be a connection here with the start of the season. And he, by the way, Jesuit educated, went to Seattle U. They had, what did they do last year? I think it was the most beautiful ritual with him facing Seattle. I forget exactly how they did it, but it was just so perfect. So yeah, again, study these players. Where did they go to school? sometimes it's as simple as that. A guy is in, he went to University of Washington and he's playing for the Patriots and he's scoring the first touchdown of the game in Seattle. You know, the guy who just graduated at University of Washington. So it's not always numbers. A lot of time it's narrative, but sometimes it's the numbers and the narrative align. And when that happens, that's when you might want to bet a little bit more than you normally do.
I just noticed that there's no NBA games on Valentine's Day this year. They're gonna have the All-Star game on the 15th.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, did you guys see the score of the NFL flag football game?
Yeah, 118 points.
Yeah, 118 points, and I've been talking about that 52. And you know, the ref who's working the game, the last game he worked was the day the Patriots won. The threat is that 66 in the score, because that is the threat for the Patriots falling to 6-6 in the Super Bowls. But yeah,
I think the 118 is what they're trying to, like, you know, communicate.
There's been a trend though of who wins the Pro Bowl and who wins the Super Bowl. You might want to look into that historical trend.
Yeah, they moved it to Tuesday for some reason. It used to be on Sundays.
And they know nobody watches that shit. They might as well just stop.
Yeah, the NBA All-Star game is gonna get like that too soon.
Yeah, they're gonna. I think they're doing it USA versus World now. Like they keep changing the format.
Yeah, because they keep so sloppy. But I don't understand. Like, if it's all scripted, why can't they script a good game for the All-Star game?
Yeah, right.
Well, but sometimes you got to have it that way, because that's what. If it was always a good game, people be like, that's suspicious.
Yeah.
It used to be like that, but like back in the Jordan days, they used to be a competitive game. I don't know. I guess that's how they make it look realistic. Like, oh, look, they're not taking it serious because, you know, it's an all-star game. It's all a mind game.
Dave in the chat, do you want to come on and tell us what you see in the pictures? A lot of times, maybe Dave's just trying to say, pay attention to those ESPN photos in the morning. A lot of times they are just giving away the winners. It was like for 3 straight weeks, whatever hockey player was showing in the morning on NHL page is the team that won the game. Just like it's like, look at this. It's just they're just showing you the winner in the morning on ESPN.
Yeah, they got the Seahawks logo on the trophy. Maybe that's what he's talking about. On the one on the bottom? Yeah, that one.
Well, they got both. To be
fair.
Got
both? Okay.
They got Patriots on one side.
Okay.
There could be something to looking into the Patriots the year they changed their logo from little Patriot Pat to that thing. I think they call it the Flying Elvis in '93. There could be something about that. 93 to 2026, 33 years later. I know they like to put that number was 74. Yeah, a lot of things. Just looking at the numbers there. I mean, a lot of times they really are giving you the script if you pay attention. Remember, ESPN is owned by Disney, and every time they win the Super Bowl, the guy says, "I'm going to Disney." It's part of the script. So there's a lot of clues put before your eyes. It's all about doing the homework and seeing if you can solve the riddle. And I see they got 21. Look at that. They got 21 there and 8. 21, the 8th Fibonacci. We've been talking about all these 21s today. And they are showing 21 for the Seahawks, who is playing in Super Bowl 60 on the 60th day of his age. Don't forget, last year, the Eagles had 2 birthday boys on the Super Bowl. The guy who had the pick 6, number 33, and Barkley, 26. 33 plus 26, 59. The team with the 2 birthday boys whose jerseys add up to 59 wins Super Bowl 59. Just little things like that.
You got that, Oscar? Not that complicated, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to. My mind's going in circles right now. I'm not going.
You gotta just take baby steps. I mean, again, he's been doing it for 13 years, so you're not gonna just be him, you know, from one day to another. But you know, little by little, you'll get it.
No, yeah, like I told you, I've started looking at the patterns, and I'm actually following this page on IG. It's called I think Rabbit Season. I don't know if y'all have seen it before, but
yeah, he does teach gematria. He's pretty good though. I like how he presents the work.
Yeah, like he has a video right there where it's like, oh, the Rams purposely lose to Seahawks in the scripted ritual. Like I'll read it out to you, like what it says. Just give me 1 second.
Here, while you're figuring it out, I'm gonna bring somebody else up. So save it for a second. When he's done, share what you're thinking. 917, you gotta unmute. What's up, 917?
Yo, what's good, Zach? I'm back. That wasn't porn, bro. That was a movie called Him. It's about the quarterback sacrificing to make his career.
Okay. I hadn't seen it. It sounded a little bit like.
Okay, so why are people lying about me already? Like they're trolling. Like like a sports gematria channel. And
Yeah,
I'm
they
not.
call you consistent,
Well,
consistent
that's
porn.
the internet, man. The internet's always going to troll you. So if it did sound a little bit like some kind of porn scene, so we were all wondering over here. But okay, it was him.
Or I just want to say, the home runs are rigged too. Like just to let people know watching the stream, the home runs are rigged. Every base hit is rigged.
Things are getting harder. Like a few years ago, it was International Beer Day, and there's a guy named Beers in baseball, and he hit a home run. They didn't do it last year though, but
National Burger Day. Jake Burger
there you
goes
go.
yard
It's
first.
all
Yeah,
the time, so.
it's hilarious actually how they do it.
Yeah, like the Heat. They upsetted the Celtics on National Heat Awareness Day. They like that.
Yeah.
They love those holidays. Holidays.
International Penguin Day the other year. It started in 1972. If you look it up, the Pittsburgh Penguins in hockey literally picked up their 1972nd franchise win on International Penguin Day. You guys remember March Madness the other year? That like International Peacock Day or whatever it was a new thing.
Oh yeah. They had
the St. Peter's Peacocks.
Yeah, Jesuit school. They went on the run, and their last win was on Peacock Day. I mean, come on, man.
And that was a huge upset. Huge upset.
Yeah, they beat Kentucky in the opening round, who was like a 2 seed. And that Peacock team, like what? The tallest guy on the team was probably 6'2". It's like, come on, man. This is a joke.
Can't forget about Father-Daughter Day. That's another holiday that we never heard of before until Kobe died.
Yeah, and then the Lakers went on Father-Daughter Day thanks to Cootie's 19, which just shows you how it's all a script.
Zach, I just want to talk about John Morant, his return versus when they had the game in London versus the other team the Grizzlies were playing. It was the Magic. He scored exactly 24 points to get to 212 points scored versus the Magic in his career, and that's Orlando Magic reverse ordinal. And
yeah.
Magic is 24.
Yeah, they like that number.
So on Burger Day, they gave it to David Fry. Oh my goodness.
That's like Officer Fry making the arrest of Luigi Mangione at McDonald's. Officer Fry.
Oh yeah, Zach, what do you think about Tyler O'Neill, the opening day home run hitter? You think he goes again on opening day?
There are certain guys that like to hit home runs on opening day. I forget who it was last year that we were dialed in on, but I know he hit a home run in his first at bat last year on opening day. Yeah, you find those storylines.
Well, was it Tyler O'Neill?
It might have been Tyler O'Neill. I can't remember. Is he the guy that likes to hit home runs on opening day?
Yeah, he's on a seven-year streak.
Yeah, I think it was Tyler O'Neill then. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was 193 days after his last home run, and Toronto Blue Jays is 193.
Okay. Yeah. He could do it again.
Oh, how much money did people make off the Jazz when they upset that one time to hit 11-3?
We've had some nice upsets with the Jazz this year. I think they were a 16.5-point underdog in that game. Utah Jazz.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, and sometimes they use that for bait too. Sometimes I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah,
they fade it. Like I can't believe the Thunder lost the NBA Cup in 2024 on the 88th birthday of Pope Francis.
Yeah, I forget who they played.
Milwaukee, the other Jesuit city.
Marquette. Yeah, but again, it's not about hitting every game too. We saw that they were going to be there, so you could win. You had them through all the games up to that. You'll still win the majority of games. And it's just like haters out there. You know, we're on a nice 6-game winning streak in the playoffs, and we had a nice wild card too. But watch, I haven't heard the haters say shit about the divisional round and conference championship. We missed the Super Bowl. Like, it's like, well, you know what? We went 6-1 in the last 7 games. I'm not too mad, but I also don't think we're going to miss on the Super Bowl. So we'll see. Haters are always waiting to say something. They're always waiting to say something, but they got nothing when we're winning. They got nothing.
Oh, Zach, did you catch the Hornets upsetting the Spurs the other night? It was on last Saturday. They got their 6th straight win on the 6th date.
I think we were on that. I think we liked that one. I think that game was looking good.
Yeah, and the coach got his 41st win. That's the
San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio number. I sent it to Simple Truth TV. I don't think he saw it. Oh, and the coach sheet stayed on 91 losses at San Antonio Spurs reverse reduction. Oh, and LaMelo Ball, he improved to 6-2 versus the Spurs.
Yeah. That's how they do it. San Antonio, Texas, 62.
Yeah, and San Antonio Spurs, 62.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, San Antonio Spurs, 62.
Yeah,
That's
most pure.
San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, correct.
Oh, and the other day you had the Knicks getting their 33rd win of the season versus the Nuggets.
The Nuggets in New York.
Nuggets in New York, yeah. The Knicks stayed on 1,223 losses at home all time, and that's Denver Nuggets in the standard English cipher.
Yeah, I could do more work with those bigger ciphers. So yeah, you're doing your homework, man. Good for you.
Oh, I called in that one time on March 25th, the 85th day of the year, and it was the Heat getting to 16-4. No, the Warriors falling to 16-4 with Jimmy Butler in the lineup versus his former team, the Miami Heat, when Miami Heat's 164.
Yeah, you're doing good work. You're doing good.
Do you remember that call? Do you remember that call though?
I don't. Again, I got so many things to retain in this brain and not enough sleep. So.
Oh, do you remember that the exact score I almost called? I said 7-3 Dodgers, but instead it was the Nationals because LA Dodgers is 73.
They love the Dodgers. The Dodgers love 73. They sure do.
37, yeah. The reflection.
And it's just things like that too. You know, when teams getting together, like when the Los Angeles Dodgers and the
I
Rockies.
think Washington Nationals is who they're playing. I think that equals 73, right?
I'm just making a point to people who don't know anything about this. You see, there's values for teams, and you start to realize why there are multiple ciphers, because imagine if it was just one thing. I mean, the patterns would be too recurring, but you'll see a lot of these numbers come up with these teams. And just it doesn't happen as much because so many people have caught on, but there used to be a lot of 7-3 scores when the Rockies and Dodgers would get together. And again, you got a group of things you really like for the night. You got 3 games you're really dialed in on. And then the Rockies and Dodgers are playing tonight. Just put an extra ticket together with those 3 games. If you're right about those and you get a 7-3 score, a buck on an exact score and 3 games, I mean, it can become well more than $100, and you're only risking $1. So that's the beauty of the knowledge. And the reality is when the Dodgers and Rockies get together, you know, they're going to play each other 15 times over the course of the season. If you got the right 3 teams on say that they only do it twice in the year. They only do it twice in the year. They have a 7-3 score, the Dodgers and Rockies. If you hit it 2 times and 15 times you tried it, and those 2 times you made $100 each time, you have $200 and you gave back 13. So you made a nice profit. And that's
they like to do that a lot too. They'll put like the gematria of the team name in the score.
The box score, like you'll see that this team they'll see that in a Dodgers Rockies game. They put up 7 runs in the 3rd inning.
Yeah.
You'll see at the end of the night 7 hits versus 3 hits all the time. This kind of stuff. Yeah, all the time. All the time. Now we might have our favorite troll. I don't know if it's somebody pretending to be him. A lot of people hate this person, but I haven't heard their voice in a week, and I almost miss it because it makes me laugh. This is what happens when you take gender bending pills. If we got the real one back here, straight from the Bay Area, the ERIN with facial hair. Is that the real you?
Kill this motherfucker dead on fucking sight. Kill this motherfucker. Go kill this fucking.
Somebody's playing a recording. That's not really that. They're just playing one of his 10,000 hours of recording, saying the same thing over and over the last 3 years. I could tell that wasn't the real one. They were just. If you guys don't know that person, that's a paid-for troll who has spent the last 3 years of his life doing that in his car day after day, night after night. It's really unbelievable. He's got probably about 500 hours now in the last year of telling people to kill my child too. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. Like, wow.
You know, you can get him press charges. I mean, that's.
I feel bad for that person. Imagine having a trans father and being trans yourself and living in your car. I mean, I just sympathize over here. It's nothing but empathy. So anyway, that's a real story, unfortunately. But that is what they do all day. It's wild. So
well, it's unfortunate. But I'll leave it there, man. Thanks for having me, man. You guys have a good night.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Good luck with the big game.
All right, man. You too.
All right. Last chance to get on the stream and share some information. I dropped the link. By the way, Suave Agave in the back. You have to share your mic or I can't bring you on. I should have told you that a while ago, but you haven't shared your mic, so it doesn't let me pull you up on the stage. You got to share a mic, Suave Agave.
Yo, Zach, I just want to point out, I was watching the movie Him, and they were doing a sacrifice ritual, and they flashed the number 73. Sacrifice 73.
Just like ritual sacrifice, right? How many more times can we show it? They just went hard with that the other day with all the
Oh
celebrities.
shit! Wait, let me flip my camera.
Somebody said there's a sauna scene where they show the temperature at 201. Is that true?
Wait, can I flip my camera on
I
StreamYard?
don't want to get this stream taken now. Let's not do it. Let's not do that.
No. Oh shit! My fault.
Yeah.
I'll just flash the 73 coming up.
Yeah. You can show
It's
it.
coming up. I'll just flash the 73. No, I can't flash this, bro. Right here.
When it happens, you just got to pause
You
it.
see that? Y'all see that?
So this is a sacrifice scene. I mean, how many times can we show you guys the same thing? I mean, I just covered what, like three more celebrity deaths in the last
Wait,
week.
y'all saw that?
I saw it on the jersey. Sacrifice 73, ritual sacrifice 73. Same stuff over and over. You just saw Michael Watts 73 dies 73 days after Mike Jones' birthday, and then Damon Wilson, or maybe it's his full name. Or I know it's the character he plays in the show. No, shit. I forget what it is, but there was something about Damon Wilson's death in 73 too. I'm spacing it right now, but it happens all the time. It happens all the time. We got Satori in the back. What's up, Satori?
Hey, nothing much, Zach. I just came back in. I've been listening. I'm at work. I just took a little break. I wanted to bring up something that I heard Elon Musk made like a post on Twitter, and he said the ones that make memes control the universe. And I've seen that like years ago, and now that I have the knowledge from listening to you, it makes so much sense that the people when events like, for say, the Charlie Kirk incident happens, it's just your whole timeline just filled with memes. They done deep faked his face on everything imaginable, every Avengers movie, him, George Floyd, and it takes the severity away from what actually happened. So me and my roommate, we joke because when I come across those videos, I like to send them to him as jokes. I think they're kind of funny sometimes, but it's more like he's like, yeah, they're not gonna know who Charlie Kirk was in 20 years from now. They're gonna think he was damn near anybody, so it's just crazy to think that it's so controlled on every level from social media to sports and everything. And for someone that's been doing it as long as you, it's just like, man. Like yesterday, we was watching a compilation of like when NBA players get mad when reporters ask dumb questions after the game, and it was one of Draymond where the reporter was asking him. He didn't come out and say it, but he was insinuating that the Splash Brothers were killing Houston. This was one of the playoff series against Houston in those years back, and he was trying to relate it to the Houston floods. And just from me like rewatching as much as videos of you talking about the Houston floods and the correlation to the one of the World Series in those years, and it's like I started to laugh because it's funny how like the dudes make the reporter. I don't know if he was actually being serious or was he just trying to allude that for the people that may be watching, like, yeah, it's flooding in Houston the same time the Splash Brothers are going off in the playoffs, and it's just like, man, they do it. They just do it in a way to where I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, they do it in the exact ways we're talking about in this stream day after day. So many opportunities to wake up and see.
But this knowledge really helped me a lot because it I graduated high school in 2020. I was COVID. I didn't have a prom. I didn't have a graduate. I didn't care for those things anyway. But it was more like I feel like remember Avengers. What Avengers was it, bro? Endgame, or where they snapped the people away. That's kind of how COVID felt. Like it kind of felt like not really. Well, some people did. They died from COVID. They probably did technically get snapped away. But it's one of those things where you have a crazy one of the biggest movies of the years alluded to half of the population being wiped out. So it's just like I don't know. But what I was really about to say is like when it comes to this knowledge and learning numbers, you know, I was able to hit on a parlay just by realizing that a certain player was about to get a milestone, and it had a prime relation to what the date numerology. And it's like, I don't remember learning anything about prime numbers until like after like elementary school, if I'm being honest. Like, I think that like that composite numbers, all that stuff, when you learn about positive integers, negative integers, that stuff isn't really taught once you leave elementary school. Like, they don't teach it anymore.
And imagine if you actually were in school learning about this in an intriguing way, because everyone's into the sports and the news, and you're learning about how they're doing these number rituals. You might actually want to learn the stuff.
Yeah. Like, I tried to show my friend this stuff, especially like as far as the betting aspect. He gets it, but I think he more so, if it can help him win money, it's cool. Like, but I showed him certain things. Like, we had a really, I don't want to say deep conversation, but we had a conversation about just this matrix, and where like these stars are put on pedestals, and I've never been a person to do that. Like, obviously I have my favorites, but it's more so just, I just like their music, or I just like, James Harden is like my favorite basketball player, but I think it's ironic that it's him and not anybody else, like, because just how his career played out, to where people accuse him of just taking dives in the playoffs. And I use it as cope to say he did it on purpose, but in reality, that's probably what happened. They told him, "Hey, man, you're gonna have 9 points."
Guys, I mean, look at how we're showing you how perfect all this stuff is. These guys are not in control of the outcome. Plus, they're using technology in the game to ensure outcomes, and the refs to make the bogus calls that they do night after night. Again, these players don't. It doesn't. All this stuff is all fake. When you're told like, "Oh, they're doing this holdout. They don't want to play for this team." Every time, just use the knowledge, you guys. You'll see it's a script every damn time. It's all just storylines and narrative. Fake injuries, so you can bring these guys back in for the perfect game ritual. Again, the whole league cannot be scripted together. How does it stay on 151 home wins for the entire season for the whole league in Denver, Colorado? As then we go to the Patriot games, which Trump called it 151 days after Charlie Kirk died, with the Patriots in the game 150. I mean, you guys, these are scripts. So
how do you think they do it? Do you think there's some type of like algorithm technology being used? Because this stuff dates back, you would know more than me, this stuff dates back, I don't want to say eons, but it goes back some years. So obviously, I don't think, back then, that's probably what they were, just writing it out on a piece of paper. But at the same time, I feel like there's some type of technology.
You guys were here in the beginning, I was solving it all on a whiteboard and a marker. I didn't even have a computer. I was doing it all by hand. So yeah, why can't you do it?
But for it to all be connected branches, do you think there's some type of like technology being used for where, like,
computers have been around for quite a while. I mean, computers have been around since the Super Bowl era started. So yeah, they could be using computers. Sure they are.
But nah, seriously, you and some of your top decoders, man, have you seen a video of like the Tate brothers and Nick Fuentes and like Sneeko, and you probably don't know who
all these losers that don't deserve to be viral, who are just making the world worse.
Yeah, they pull up to the club, they're playing the High Hitler song by Kanye. Like,
yeah, losers. They're losers.
Y'all should pop out with and flex y'all gematria winnings and show the people how y'all really living because of this knowledge, and maybe some people will actually tune the fuck in. Because I really
part of us don't care if more people don't tune in a sense, because the more people tune in, unfortunately, the harder it gets to pick these games, because they have to switch it up because too many people are turning $5 into $1,000, and they don't like that at all. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I literally just found you today,
it's a crazy world, man.
Here, let me get Oscar in here, and I got to go pick up my daughter. And for everyone who got here late, I'll do a recap of all the 21s in the Super Bowl. But what's up, Oscar? You can close us out, and have a good one, Satori. Appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah, it's actually crazy too, because I literally just found you like, let's say, I'm not even joking, literally like 30 minutes ago, bro. I swear to God, because I was literally searching it up, and your stream actually, your channel. Wait, hold on. Let me see what I searched up. I searched up something with Gematria on YouTube, and you're like the top. Like, I swear to God, it was just your videos there, bro. Like, no joke. I put Gematria NBA. You're literally the one at the top that comes up.
Well, I'm the guy that everybody learned from, but hardly anyone's searching that word because I don't know. Where did you learn about gematria from? Where do you even hear the word from?
So I was saying it earlier, but uh, I found it off of IG. The guy's name is Rabbit Season,
Okay.
and well, he's been posting like a lot of stuff about that, and like he even put like a little post of what it is, and like it pretty much like a small rundown, like with all the numbers and stuff, like let's say like it's 1 through 9, and then it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's like the whole alphabet. And one example is foundation and Gnosticism. Two Masonic concepts both equate to 47 when using the cipher mentioned by Hall. With that being said, Hall became a 33rd degree Freemason 47 years after releasing the secret teachings of all ages.
Yeah, that's all correct. I've talked about those things a lot. He might have learned that on his own reading, or he might have just learned it from watching me or reading my books.
No, yeah, after that I see, cause I'm not gonna lie, I had seen his page ever since that Bears game against the Packers.
The 18-point comeback by number
Yes,
18. Bears
yes,
18 in
yeah.
gematria, and then their season ends exactly 18 weeks after the Pope's birthday, 61 days after Caleb Williams' birthday, the 18th prime, and that's a sign for next year because the Rams are hosting Super Bowl 61. So again, pay attention. It's all numbers.
Yeah, I already know. Hey, I'm from Chicago, so I already know what team I'm gonna take.
You know they killed a kid named Caleb Williams at the start of the NFL season who played football?
What?
Yeah, look at this. We were talking about this at the start of the year. Look at this.
Nah, no way.
Look, this is what they do year after year. It's just like that there was that Carmelo Anthony stabbing story that everyone was all obsessed with for a minute.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you're
That
right.
was the same day that Carmelo Anthony was nominated to the Hall of Fame. It's like, what's going on? But look at this. This story was at the start of the football season when preseason was going underway. Caleb Williams killed an 18-year-old.
Oh my, that's wild. Yo.
This stuff goes on every year. And again, I mean, you just pay attention. It's just perfect scripts week after week. So,
Wow. That's actually mind blowing. I ain't even gonna lie.
yeah, it's sick, man. It's sick. And then, Caleb Williams' season ends in a massive 18 ritual. And he was killed during Leo in astrology. Who's the Pope? Pope Leo from Chicago. All this stuff is connected.
Oh. Yo, that is crazy. It's all mind blowing. Like how everything all just connects together. It's like you don't think it's like that, but then when you actually go into the detail, like it all comes to light.
It's all kind of just hiding there right on the surface. So, yeah. I got to go get my daughter, but hey, welcome to the channel. Glad you found the work. And yeah, definitely apply yourself and learn this knowledge because it can pay some dividends. Like I said, there's not too many people in the sports gambling world that are turning $1 into $100 several times a month. And I teach you it's become a lot harder. 10 years ago, this was much easier than it is now because so many people know about this now. It's not as easy as it used to be, but still, there's days where you can really crush. Like yesterday, 9-1 in hockey. That's a day where you turn $1 into $100 or more. So, anyway, welcome to the channel, and yeah, definitely take the time to learn the knowledge.
So you got a Patreon or anything like that?
I do have a Patreon. Yeah, Patreon.com. Zachary K. If you just search Zachary K. Hubbard Patreon on Google, you'll find me.
All right,
Oscar.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yeah, take care.
All right, too.
We got Gematria 32 in the back. I'll go over the 21s, and then I got to get my daughter. What's up, Gematria 32?
I heard people. I think I heard Dave say it, but did you look into the prayer, the prayer lunch, the national prayer thing they had today?
I don't know about this. No, I missed it.
Trump, he spoke at the 74th National Prayer Breakfast. That's what it is. And 74 is a special number.
Yeah, it could be big in the Super Bowl with Drake May putting out his favorite verse from the Bible. So we'll see.
No, I'm talking. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, words that equal 74 at a prayer. He's at the 74th prayer. So freedom equals 74, holiday, Independence Day, Jesus Christ, Jewish, occult, Jesus, cross, Messiah, gospel, parable.
Well, remember that was the joke. We told you guys, Trump was going to come back. He left office at age 74. and then his political career got resurrected. It was a little inside Society of Jesus joke. Again, you guys, Donald Trump equals 60. He's selling $60 Bibles on the campaign trail. He's selling all these gimmicks. His ex-wife dies the same day he says he's going to run in the election, exactly 60 weeks into the Society of Jesus's first ever Ignatian year. Again, you guys, the Jesuits control the nation, and if anybody tells you small hats, they're wrong.
Zach. Today is 144 days after the Pope's birthday, or to the Pope's birthday. What is it? I think
it's after. It's after.
All right, yeah. So yeah, exactly. Jesuit order 144.
Just like yeah. See, that was part of it too yesterday. That's why I said to look out for the 143 yesterday. Wednesday's 143. It was 143 days after. By the way, Chicago's 143. But I knew 143 was going to show up in an upset, and it was the Catholic school. The coach getting the 143rd win as a 22.5-point underdog, beating Jesuit Georgetown.
143 days after the Pope's birthday.
Yep, 140.
Yeah. So today's 144th day, and you see how. Oh yeah, I think it's 129 days to Trump's upcoming birthday, and America equals 129. Correct.
What equals 129?
America, I think.
In Jewish gematria, it does.
Yeah. So it's interesting how the 74 America and then Independence Day equals 74. 74. I mean, excuse me. The 129 equals.
Seahawks fans, that's one of your prayers. You can become 12-9 versus the Patriots if you do win. Seahawks also equals 129.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, yeah, America equals 129. 129 days to Trump's upcoming birthday. The 74th national breakfast, like Independence Day, 74. Jesus, look how many. The statistical odds of 1 out of 50 words like equaling 74 is less than 1%.
Right. I've made this point a bunch of times about how Jesus, cross, Messiah, gospel parables all equal that magic 74. And what are the odds of that? That was purposefully encoded into the language. It's like holidays.
I'm talking about, can you pull up a calculator real quick?
I got to go get my daughter.
Oh my God, yo! Because if you type it, you just try to make a list of 74 words in ordinals.
I've shown it a million times.
All right, but you can't do it. You understand? So what are the odds that Jesus, gospel, Messiah, Independence Day, all these words equal 74? It's freaking, and then using the 4-bit ciphers at that, it's like 0.00%. You crazy. People are out of their fucking minds, Zach. But
send me $1 if you have a winning day sometime. I appreciate it, man.
Zach, you want a tip? Charge more on the Patreon.
Okay.
Peace.
Appreciate it. I'm gonna have to pay more for my babysitter. Zaymac, real quick. What's up, Zaymac?
Damn, what's up, Zach? It's crazy.
Yeah, how you doing?
Your information is really spreading. I'm from the capital. I'm from DC. I'm in DC right now. But like, it's been really connecting a lot of dots, a lot of confusion I had growing up here. But it's like, even after the gematria, man, it's easy. Like once you really niggas, excuse my language, man, but yeah, gematria. I've been using it. I've been studying and using the ciphers, the little gematrinator, and it's like I already had a little skeptical about that. I was all a little skeptical that sports was rigged and shit, and even me and my men. But once I found that out, you just like been putting a lot, connecting the dots for me. But I've been getting a lot of people hip, telling more people about it, especially people around me. I also started using gematria to break down my own name and see the synchronicities. Like you made me realize that me and my brother, we was born in DC at the same hospital at the same time, 12 hours apart.
Huh. That's interesting.
Like, so I've been, y'all like been helping me, man. I found you from the Charlie Kirk situation back in the summer. After that, I just been slowly watching you, saying, I'm gonna send you, I had a winning day the other day, so I'm gonna send you $1 and all that. That shit ain't nothing.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I had to say from the capital with it. You touching us.
Thank you for sharing the knowledge and spreading the word. I appreciate that. You have a good night.
Appreciate you. You too.
All right, take care, man. Oscar, you got to be real quick because I gotta recap all these 21s and I got to get my daughter. I'm already running. Oh, he already dropped out. All right, I'm going to recap all the 21s for people who got here late. Again, you guys, this is going to be the 21st meeting of the Patriots and Seahawks. the last time, and by the way, here's my t-shirt the years ago when I was educating at Super Bowl 54, just about my favorite Super Bowl scenario when Russell Wilson's 21st pass was intercepted by number 21 with 21 seconds left on the date, 2-1 on the down, 2nd and 1 as Brady got his 21st postseason win. But yeah, you can even see Russell Wilson was 12 for 21 in that game. Okay. There's a lot of things that are, isn't it interesting? The Patriots home with 28. Now they're meeting again on 2-8. It was Super Bowl 49. Football's a game of 11 on 11. It's 11 years later. The 49ers are hosting. But yeah, that was the play, right? And Tom Brady again became 21-8 in the postseason in that game. They've been telling you about how the Seahawks are all synced up with the Pope. The last time we got a new Pope, now 3 times that we got a new Pope, we got the Seahawks in the Super Bowl in that season. They lost in Super Bowl 40, where the winning score was 21. They won in Super Bowl 48, and then now Super Bowl 60. Exactly 21 weeks after the Pope's birthday. And don't forget, the Seahawks just became 19-19 in the postseason, exactly 19 weeks after the Pope's birthday, when Seattle equals 19, and the game-changing play was the fumble by number 19, followed up by Jake Bobo getting the touchdown number 19. But 21 weeks. And Drake May comes into the game as a starter 20-12. 20-12. Doesn't that look a lot like Russell Wilson's box score, who had 21 attempts and 12 completions versus Brady number 12? And, Drake equals 21 forwards, 33 in reverse. It's going to be his 33rd start in the NFL. That's the 21st composite number. For years, I've taught you about how they're birthing these guys and naming them for the league that they're meant to play in. This is how screwed up it is. I'm showing you guys, for over 13 years, I haven't changed my message one time. We've hit 1 million futures, and I've been saying the same shit every year. It's all numbers. It's all numerology. It's all gematria. And you look at some of these guys, how perfectly scripted it is. Jalen Hawkins wears 21 for the Patriots as they face the Seahawks, and he was drafted by the Falcons. Falcons equals 25, like Brady had the 25-point comeback on 2-5. He was born on the 25th, drafted by the Falcons, now playing for another bird team. Both teams the Patriots have beaten Super Bowls. But he played at Cal, you guys. Cal's right next to where the Super Bowl is. And his name, with this weird-ass spelling, Jalen, Jaylinn. I've never seen that spelling. His name has the 82 value. Like Seattle equals 82. Like New England Patriots equals 82. Again, they just killed a former Patriot, Kevin Johnson, 82 days after his birthday. The Super Bowl date can be written 8-2 or 2-8, like it was 28 points in the last game. That earthquake that just happened by the stadium, that happened at the 421st minute of the day, the 82nd prime. I've been telling you guys about this too. Bombs in the ground, like Jesse Ventura said 20 years ago. A lot of these earthquakes are bombs in the ground going off that were put there decades ago in the military-industrial complex. You can laugh all you want, but that's what's going on in this crazy-ass nation. Ritualistic bombs going off at the 421st minute, the 82nd prime. How about 21 for the Seahawks? The Super Bowl is going to be on his 60th day of his age, Super Bowl 60. Think about how perfect all this stuff is. Vrabel comes in with 68 wins in the regular season, 5 in the postseason. That's 73 total wins, the 21st prime. The Super Bowl is on the Massachusetts governor's birthday, who's the 73rd governor, the 21st prime. Dick Geron died a year to the day of the Super Bowl in Massachusetts. He was drafted in the NFL in 73. Dead at 74, Mike Vrabel's on 73 wins. Again, 73 is the 21st prime, which is the 8th Fibonacci number. Game's on the 8th. 21's the 6th triangular number. That's the prayer for the Seahawks. The Seahawks could drop the Patriots to 6-6. 21 is the 12th composite number as well. Again, it's the 12th Super Bowl appearance by the Patriots. The Seahawks are trying to get their 12th win versus the Patriots. And for everybody out there who's like, so see, it could go either way. That's a moron's response. How about thinking up some smart prop bets, cover yourself on both sides, and again, you go on these apps, you can see if I bet this and I bet that, and I only bet $1, man, that pays almost $100. Could we think about some astronomical bets that could happen based on these numbers? Is it possible the Seahawks win by 12 for their 12th win? That's possible. That's a big spread. We had the Seahawks to win by 15 plus versus the 49ers. That made it very valuable. They were a pretty solid favorite, touchdown favorite. You tease them up to plus 15 and a half. And why did we have them to win by 15 plus? Because had they won by 15, they would have been plus 206 for the year on the 206th day of the coach's age in the 206 area code. That's why. That made the game a lot more valuable for the Seahawks to win at 15 plus. And remember, they won 6-41, and the next week, the Rams got their 641st franchise loss. Again, Super Bowl equals 41. They beat the Niners with 41. Now they're in the Super Bowl in the 49ers stadium. But yeah, again, this is the thing. You learn how to use the knowledge and numbers and make smart bets, and you can hedge your bet. You don't even have to have the right game right. You don't even have to have the right team right. Last year, the best prop I gave out was Xavier Worthy for 2 touchdowns, which paid plus 1,200. You know? There's so many ways to win, and yes, you can hedge your bet. You hear my moron trolls. Zach is on both sides of it this game. Yeah, sometimes I am because I see 2 scenarios that both make a lot of sense, and I only got to hit on one of them to make sure I have a payday. That's called being smart. Like I said, my critics are retards. All of my critics are retards. They're the guy in the chat at the beginning of the stream when I was dropping on the 21s, and his comment was, so what can I do with this? Well, if you're not a fucking retard, you can probably come up with a pretty good idea of what to do with all these 21s in the game, giving you all kinds of ideas. Again, I was showing this earlier. I'll play it one more time. I called the NFL league office and called them out for all the numerology. And Sunday Night Football, a few days after my phone call, this is what they did, you guys. This happened in history. Just for the record, 1 isn't a prime number, so it's weird that they did that. It's kind of like they were putting out false information. 2 is the first prime number, actually. Don't forget, you have the number 1 Seahawks versus the number 2 Patriots, so it can be 1-2 or 2-1 for the seeding in the conference. Again, this is between Brady versus Rodgers on SNF, which we've always called the 12 game, and that's part of the reason they did this to mock us. Those numbers hit so hard on Sunday Night Football and player props, 39 and 12. It's not even funny. We had a game this year on SNF where a lot of people turned a small bill into a really big one, just riding the player props with those numbers. And they did that for SNF to teach you about 12. Again, the Seahawks were the first team in history this year to win 6 games against teams that won 12 or more games. That's never happened before. Malcolm Butler, the star of Super Bowl 49. Super Bowl 60 is exactly 49 weeks after his birthday. That's how big of a script it is. Mike McDonald, the coach of the Seahawks, it's 227 days after his birthday, the 49th prime number. Super Bowl's 49, like NFL. For the record, America's 49, Scottish is 49. The highest degree of the Scottish Rite is 33. 49 is the 33rd composite. Again, is Drake May's 33rd start. Shawn Michaels. Remember, in the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship, both coaches were Shawn versus Mike. Shawn versus Mike. Every year there's a WWE tribute. Shawn Michaels is 60 years old, won his WrestleMania bout in 96 in a 60-minute bout. They pay tribute to Shawn Michaels for Super Bowl 60. By the way, both of these teams have a 60 connection, and one was an oversight because I've never done this before. But I realized Washington State is 60. Gillette Stadium we knew was 60. Gillette Stadium, 60. You see that? For Super Bowl 60, you got one team that plays in Gillette Stadium, and then you have the other one coming from Washington State. And don't forget, like how you'd write Seattle, Washington on an envelope, it's 106. Again, Patriots picked up the 106th home win of the season. But isn't it interesting how Shawn Michaels' birthday can be written 227? 227. The Patriots, again, They played their last game in Denver, Colorado, keeping home teams on 151 wins for the year. And Denver, Colorado in reverse is 227. Interesting, right? With the Shawn Michaels joke, Michaels the plural. Again, the last time two Mikes coached against each other in the Super Bowl, it was Super Bowl 45. That was Mike Tomlin versus Mike McCarthy, who's from Pittsburgh, who was announced the day before the conference championships that's going to be the new coach of Pittsburgh. See how they did that? They put that out the day before the conference championships. Mike McCarthy, Mike Tomlin, the last time two Mikes, Super Bowl 45, and consider Rodgers was with the Steelers this year, who beat the Pittsburgh Steelers with the Packers back when Mike McCarthy was the coach. And don't forget, Mike McCarthy came from the Bay Area. He used to coach as an assistant at San Francisco. He's the reason they drafted Alex Smith over Aaron Rodgers was the story. But then ironically, he got sent to the Packers and got Rodgers. You forgot that whole saga. That Rodgers was supposed to be the number one pick. That's what all the experts thought, that Rodgers from Cal would be number one that year. But instead they took Alex Smith because Mike McCarthy supposedly didn't like Rodgers. Anyway, again, you guys, that was Super Bowl 45. And they got the over-under at 45.5 and the spread at 4.5 with this Super Bowl 45 connection. New England and Ritual 45. Last year, we had the Patriots to upset the Bengals in week 1. The Patriots were a huge underdog last season versus the Bengals with Joe Burrow. Zach Taylor. By the way, Zach Taylor, the president, was a member of the Society of Cincinnati, and Zach Taylor's the coach of the Cincinnati Bengals in the NFL, but he got his 45th loss in that game. You learn these numbers, you just see through the rituals. What were the Bengals? Like a 13.5 point favorite in that game? So anyway, it is interesting how this image they put out, the 121 they're showing is with the Seahawks. You do seem to see a little bit more of the Seattle logo than the Patriots logo. So yeah, I mean, Seahawks got the 12 narrative. Patriots, they got the 21 narrative. And they do this on purpose, I think, so that they can flip the script based on money. That's why if you're smart and you know what numbers they're really banking on, you can make sure that you're on both sides of the script. There's nothing wrong with that. Wise men hedge their bets. Morons mock me, the guy who led you to the ultimate truth about rig sports and gave you guys a gazillion correct futures for the first 5 years that I was here, where I never charged a dime for anything. And then for the last 8 years, I've hardly charged jack shit for this knowledge. Again, join the winning club. There's not too many people in this world who can say that they went from homeless and donated plasma and got $85 and turned it into 85 G's. But we have those kind of stories in our community. The unprecedented community. So anyway, it is a damn shame how awesome this information is. You go on some shill's channel with a gazillion people watching. He's getting $100 super chats every 5 seconds. Realize that's all part of the system. Look at this stream, you guys. Been on here for hours giving you nothing but truth bombs and gems and knowledge. Hardly anybody shared $1. And that's why I say to myself, why do I keep doing this? Why even help out these people? People don't give jack shit back. Anyway, I'll keep helping you out anyway because I'm that kind of guy. Until next time, True Seeker, thanks to everyone who hits the like on the way out of here. Thanks to everyone who does support the work. Come join us on Patreon, patreon.com/Zachary K. Hubbard. I'll be calling the Super Bowl like we do every year. You're going to want to be on the $5 tier if you want the call for the Super Bowl. You're going to want to be on the $11 tier if you want the written content. You're going to want to be on the $20 tier if you want everything, including the live streams we're going to do for the Super Bowl. And if you're new here, you better step up and get that $20 tier, because the calls from myself and the community are definitely worth the $20 price. And realize, you guys, it's not just the Super Bowl. You get a whole month of content. We roast these sports leagues on a nightly basis. All you guys who think the only game to bet on is the Super Bowl, why? There's gems every day out there that oftentimes pay better than the Super Bowl. All you guys who are in this trap, this mindset that you can only bet the NFL and the Super Bowl, why? It doesn't even make sense. The point is to make money. Anyway, we'll leave it there for now. And until next time.